We live.
I guess I should put my bag by so it don't tip over.
All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we're going to face the east and give all praises to the Heavenly Father.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations as always to the elect. That's you sincere brothers and sisters scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, as well as here in Babylon the Great, coming back to the Most High God, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob in these latter days, via the sacrifice made by his only begotten Son, through whom his blood, his death, burial, and resurrection, we have, access through the Holy Spirit to ultimately go into the volume of the book and preach the everlasting gospel, which is going to lead to the end of Esau's world. And everything is right on schedule. Our power, the Most High God, Yahweh, which means he is. As the scriptures say in the book of Hebrews, the 6th chapter, or Hebrews, the 11th chapter, and the 6th verse, he that first cometh to the Most High must first believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder to them that diligently seek him. And we are witnessing, an aspect of he is through biblical prophecy coming to pass, through the Holy Spirit. All of the things that are written, throughout the volume of the book, things have come to pass, and there are new things. Can we get that in the book of Isaiah 42 or 46, one of them?
I got you.
And what's that, Isaiah 55 and 11? His word doesn't go out void, And the words that were given unto the prophets have been ultimately opened up to us to expound on the things that they wrote, man. So we're in perilous but beautiful times, bitter but sweet times, where our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shah, is on his way to take down, the wicked inventions of the heathen, and to set up a righteous kingdom on the planet Earth under his only begotten Son, the Son of the Most High, Yahweh Shah, man.
Isaiah 55.
Whoever
I got this one.
Yep.
Isaiah 42:9, it says, "Behold, the former things are come to pass."
Well, what are some things that have come to pass? Us going to slavery on ships. Many things have come to pass that were prophesied.
World War II.
Right, World War I, World War II. The coming of Yahweh Shah as a man.
Yep.
There were various things prophesied in the Old Testament and in the New that have come to pass, before we came into the truth, and are now coming to pass even more as we're getting into the end of this thing, man. Go ahead.
Isaiah 42:9, "Behold, the former things are come to pass,
Right.
and new things do I declare.
Right.
Before they spring forth, I tell you of them."
So before they come forth, before he brings them forth,
I got it.
he tells you of them. And how does he do that? Somebody get Jeremiah 28. He does it by his prophets, man. So there have been things that come to pass, and there's more that are going to come to pass. But before they do come to pass, the Lord gives everybody a chance and a warning by the word going out. See, and the word ain't going to go out void. All of the things that are written in the volume of this book are coming to pass and are going to come to pass. And we believe that. This is why we take a serious approach to this ministry. We're not here to get to the very end and then tuck in our shirts and get around the white man and tell him he's all right, he's going to make it, change the gospel, change the doctrine,
Take your hat
to
off.
start questioning the names. Yeah, all that garbage, man.
Finally took his hat off.
Yo.
We're standing 10 toes down on everything we've been saying because it's here. There's your daily, your Friday,
That ain't no Israel, right? That's a Mexican. That's a full blood Mexican.
It's like they're the only niggas with loud music now.
With suit on.
All right, go ahead.
This Isaiah 55. You still want 55 or do you want Jeremiah first?
Let's get Jeremiah first.
This is Jeremiah 28:8. It says, "The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms,
Against many countries, against great kingdoms, right? Go ahead.
of war and of evil and of
Of
pestilence."
war, which we're witnessing war, rev itself up.
Yep.
We're entering into Armageddon, man. The Heavenly Father has put a spirit because the king's heart is in the hands of the Most High God, Yahweh, man.
It is.
And he stir and move it the way that he wants it to be moved. You see that? And we can clearly see that the Lord has put a proud, reprobate, demonic, uncouth spirit on the leaders of this world. No pictures, man.
Man, that's the old school right there.
He tried to
I'm gonna break that goddamn thing.
he tried to
Hey, well,
sneak
he
it
was
in.
respectful.
Yeah.
You know,
You
a
gonna try to
nigga,
shoot from a
a
distance.
nigga,
Yeah.
I would do it anyway. Because it's like, what do you want a picture of me for?
Free country.
Edomite, he go home and beat off to it, man.
No.
Oh man. Golly.
Anyway, read that again.
Jeremiah 28:8.
Well, that's Esau.
That's how they move.
This is the biblical Edomite.
Yeah,
they find all kind of pictures on their, on their hard drives and phones.
Yeah.
They're a bunch of creeps.
There's a clip of a small hat in the grocery store taking pictures of kids the other day.
Right.
Jake caught him. They had to make him go to this thing. They delete them pictures. You see that?
They have an upright spirit.
A bunch of creeps.
Nasty.
Read that again.
Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries
Right.
and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence.
Right. You want to speak on it?
Yeah, so that's been the heritage of the elect of these people the whole time. Okay? And the prophets
get sick.
are going to
Get
be
sick too
doing
long.
this. They're going to be speaking against these kingdoms until the day Yahweh Shah, his son, returns.
Yep.
Okay? The men that of the Lord were never advocates for the places they were captive in.
Right, including now.
Right.
You see, because when we go into the scriptures and we go into prophecy, and people want to say that we preach hate, people are saying that prophecy is hate.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And no, it's not. You see, Jeremiah said he prophesied against many countries and against many kingdoms.
Yeah.
You see, which is our job. It tell you that in Hebrews 1 that the Lord always spoke through the prophets.
Yeah.
Right.
The seers are to be heralding in the kingdom. So again, they weren't advocates for the places they were in captivity in. They were advocates for the kingdom of heaven to be established upon the earth.
That's right. We're giving you the spiritual forecast before it actually happens. We're telling you the will of the Lord, but before it actually takes place in the earth, man.
Right.
Which
We
is
have this
actually a
treasure in
luxury
earth.
to have.
Right.
It's a luxury to know that the Lord is coming, so you have time to get ready. You see?
Right. Yep. Because the prophets are an extension of the arm to our people of the Heavenly Father, man, and the voice through Yahweh Shai. Like basically, we're reaching out to our people to turn back to the Heavenly Father. But we know only the elect are gonna turn. But this gives ultimately everybody a chance to hear the word. So now, once the judgment comes, they have no cloak. You see? So people driving by, mocking, talking shit. That she don't know. She probably just sealed her judgment. Playing games.
She's like
Okay.
65 too.
Because the northern kingdom are all up the so-called white man's ass.
Yeah.
And all he showed you is that he hates you. See that?
And they don't have a clue what's going on, man.
They're completely lost.
The scriptures call the northern tribe, they're a silly dove, man.
Right.
The election have attained it, but the rest
Right.
were blinded.
Yeah.
Right.
They
Go
don't have a
ahead.
clue what's going on, man.
Where we at?
Want me to go to Isaiah 55
Yep,
now?
yep.
Let's go to Isaiah 55 and verse, get straight to it. I'll start at 10, the point is on 11. Isaiah 55 and 10. For as the rain cometh down, and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth, and maketh it to bring forth and bud, that it may give seed to the sower, and bread to the eater.
See that? So when rain drops, basically, it waters the earth so that things grow out of it. And that's how prophecy ultimately acts. It doesn't just go out void.
Right.
See what I'm saying? When the earth is
Scripture said, "My
moistened
words
by
shall
the rain,
Come down as rain.
all right, basically,
Sirach
the
24.
Sirach, yep.
Yeah.
So basically, read it again.
This Isaiah 55 and 10. For as rain cometh down, and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth, and maketh it to bring forth and bud, that it may give seed to the sower and bread to the eater.
Seed to the sower and bread to the eater, meaning ultimately it did its job.
Yeah.
Okay, and when things are working in their natural state, water ultimately, comes to the earth, and seeds and things spring forth of it.
It follows a natural course.
Right.
Once that rain comes down, you know there's a sequence of events that follows.
Right.
The same with prophecy.
Right. Go ahead. Keep going.
Oh, continuing on, verse 11, it says, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth.
Right. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. Okay, these prophecies weren't meant to just sit on the page.
Right.
These prophecies were meant to have effects All right, as it says, somebody gets second entrance, the 9th chapter. These prophecies were meant to take effect in the earth. Okay, go ahead.
It shall not return unto me void,
Right.
but it shall accomplish that which I please,
Right.
and it shall prosper in the thing whereunto I sent it.
Right, it shall prosper in the thing wherein I sent it. And what's that in I believe it's Ezekiel 12, where that proverb, get that? Because that proverb is starting to cease amongst you niggas, man. And when we say niggas, we talking about the wicked of our people, all of you tribes, man. Okay, which these are the biblical Israelites, but we know ultimately this is dealing with how our people will be gathered here in the northwestern hemisphere. Our people are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. But the Great Awakening, all right, which would, the truth will be centered around, would take place in the northwestern hemisphere, where the bulk of Judah and Ephraim will be in their final captivity here in Babylon the Great.
Yeah.
When you look at North Central South America, the islands, this is where the tribes have primarily been fixated, all right, so that ultimately in the latter days there can be a great awakening starting here in Babylon the Great. Okay, and that has not went out void. The prophecy of the 12 tribes chart, that hasn't went out void. Everything that the Lord wrote, it has taken effect right in our face. And it's not up to us to make you believe it. Our faith is rooted and sealed. Okay, just because you waited to the last days to start to question everything, that's your goddamn problem. We're not gonna, because a nigga wants you to partake in his unbelief and doubt.
Yeah.
And if you don't debate him and argue with him about what you've been rooted in and what we've been arguing about for years.
Right.
It's not like Jake is coming with something new. We've been ultimately having these same back and forth and arguments for years.
That's
so
like
now,
us-
now
that's
that
like
a
us
nigga,
saying-
go ahead.
That's like us saying y'all scared of this truth.
Yeah.
So that's why y'all don't. No, the Lord instructed us to shake the dust.
Right.
Yeah.
Either they gonna receive it or they not. you
Right.
know?
How long we been debating the Gentiles? That's come on, man. How long we been debating the chart? How long we been debating the Hebrew? These are things that Christians have already argued for years about. So then your black ass comes at the very end and you regurgitate all of that and now you make it sound great and use all these big words. You're just saying the same thing and we're gonna have the same answer. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai, the word has already gone out.
That's it.
Okay, the new song is being sung already. We didn't have to wait for a couple of niggas, all right, like you all, to figure out that everything was a lie. Then we got to recalibrate and ultimately come together under you. And now this is the truth. No, the truth is already here.
Right.
The scriptures say the word will go out. All right, the scriptures say, and this gospel shall be preached. All right, through the four corners of the earth, and then the end shall come. The end is here.
That's
Yeah.
right.
So that means the gospel has already went out. The scriptures say in their captivity, they shall remember themselves and think upon his name. He will give us the pure language. We got all of that already. We ain't in the time of trying to figure out, what's the name of the Lord? We already got the name of the Lord.
Right.
You see that? But unbelief, all right, infiltration, all right, Satan working on the minds of men is taking place right before our very eyes. And these are signs of the end time. But while they're talking all that shit, the word is not going out void.
Right. Exactly.
While all of this doubt is going on, all right, the reality of the word is here.
Right.
Still
What
happening.
we're seeing is actually happening. It's
Right.
actually coming to pass, man.
Right.
Y'all just talking.
Right.
Ain't none of what y'all saying actually manifesting itself in the earth, man.
Right.
But they're not talking about prophecy at all.
Exactly.
So they don't have
Not
this.
prophets.
Right.
Yeah, and they don't have the spirit of who the word ignorantly calls Jesus. All right? They don't have the spirit of Yahweh Shah pursuant to Revelation 19
That's
and
why
10.
he takes his name from him.
Right.
The Lord is bugging you cats out in these latter days. Deacon Cotton took off his hat, tucked his shirt in. Now
Put a
he's
tie on.
Put a tie on there. The white man is it.
Yo.
Yeah.
He's all into the white. You know what I'm saying? He's a full-blown Christian now.
Yeah, it's that's witchcraft.
You looking
Unbelief
like
is as
DMX
a sin of
Rebellion
witchcraft.
said it when he-
Right.
And we're not finna get involved with your witchcraft.
Witchcraft. But he keeps the old videos up so he can still get money. Because them channels, they were monetized. So I'm not going to take all the old videos down, which now you're saying those old videos were lies. You go keep the lie up
Yeah.
No character, no
No
integrity.
character.
And bring more confusion.
and bring more confusion, man. May Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua destroy all of you niggas, man.
That's right.
That's what we got for you.
That's right.
Clip it, put it on your page, and make a big deal about it. Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua is getting ready to bring the pain to the wicked of our people, man.
Right.
Who are ultimately not gathering but scattering.
That's right.
You see that?
Lord gonna put the brakes on you niggas.
He's
man.
gonna put the brakes on you niggas, man. All right? Read that again.
Isaiah 55 and 11.
Start at 10.
Isaiah 55 and 10. For his rain cometh down, and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither,
Right.
but watereth the earth in bud.
Right.
So like it, but watereth the earth, and maketh it to bring forth in bud,
Right.
that it may give seed to the sower, and bread to the eater. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth.
Uh-huh.
It shall not return unto me void,
Right.
but it shall accomplish that which I
It's
please.
going to accomplish that which he pleased. See that? So everything we go into week in and week out, day in and day out to the best of our ability, it's coming to pass, man.
That's right.
No matter what a nigga got to say.
Right.
See?
But what if some shall
Do
not,
not believe. There you
What
go.
about Malachi 3?
Yeah.
It'll say the Most High don't change his mind.
Right.
If he set forth a prophecy, he's not gonna change his mind on that prophecy.
Right.
It's gonna happen.
Because Ezekiel 37 is written.
Right.
It's already been fulfilled, but ultimately there's parts of it that haven't been fulfilled.
Right.
But the part about the chart and our people walking up and saying, well,
Yep.
it's already out, it's already been fulfilled.
Yeah.
That's right.
That was at the forefront of the Great Awakening. You see that? So we ain't got time to play with you niggas, man.
Right. Right.
The Lord ain't playing, so why should we be playing?
Right.
And I said with Esau, if he in full control and a still lie, how much you think he gonna lie if he in trouble?
Come on, man.
And he's gonna pay guys off. Now we got to question the virgin birth from a guy who didn't even believe in the New Testament years ago, Zion Lex. He was non-messianic. Now all of a sudden, everybody got to look to him, and he got the breakdown, man. How about that?
That's right.
Yeah, how about you not struggle destroy? I don't think you sincere. You're sincerely wrong,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Popping up for opportunity.
Popping up for opportunity. And again, these dudes are getting paid off. When you start to say the Talmud is canon and should be respected, the Most High has used Satan to basically
They
consume
definitely
your mind.
Who?
Zion Lex and the Deacon Hakai is bringing them on. We're gonna talk about is the Talmud.
Talk about
Is it now the Talmud's inspired?
Okay.
But you don't care what. But, right. But you don't care what.
Paul ain't.
But now they're using Paul. See, it's a bunch of confusion. And I didn't even want to talk about it, but the Lord controls everything we talk about. But first, Paul wasn't the word of God. Now you're using Paul to say that all the heathen can be saved. So you dudes are all over the place, man. And the
Yeah.
Lord is making a mockery of you guys, man, because of the unsincerity, the unbrotherly behavior that you had when you were amongst us. That's why the Lord kicked your ass away from us, man. Okay? Water, brother.
The water.
You got something?
I got that Ezekiel.
Get that.
Ezekiel 12. I'm not really sure where you wanted to start. Did
At
you
the
want
proverb.
the proverb?
Also
Okay, got
around,
it. 23
Yeah.
or 22.
Proverb.
Yeah, yeah.
God, good to see you.
Ezekiel 12 and 22, it says, Son of man, what is that proverb that ye have heard in the land of Israel, saying, the days are prolonged and every vision faileth?
Right, and this is the mindset of the wicked of our people, man, including you Israelites out there, riding in the daytime. You don't really believe in prophecy, man. That's
Right.
why y'all not prophesying anymore.
That's right.
They want to debate everything but prophecy. Okay? They no longer talk about the mark of the beast. They no longer talk about Babylon being destroyed. It's just the white man could be saved. Because the white man has paid you niggas off, the small hat in particular, to make him feel comfortable.
Right.
And now you done took the hat off, tucked your shirt in, put on the tie, and you trying to basically clean up your act,
That's
thinking that the so-called white man's gonna take it easy on you as he comes with his NWO. No, he's gonna use you to bring confusion, which anybody caught in that madness, the Lord wanted you to be caught in that madness. Because what did the Lord say? If a prophet raise up speaking lies, you can find that, it's in the book of Ezekiel. I, the Lord, can confuse that nigga. You see that? But we know that our enemy is going to infiltrate in these times, man. He's been doing it. So we got to watch out. This is why you Israelites need to be rooted in what you believe, because it's getting ready to be crazy. It's getting ready to be more apostasy. It's getting ready to be more doubt being pushed. Okay? And then there's going to come a point where the Lord may take the teachings off the internet. You're going to have to believe. Go ahead.
Ezekiel 12 and 23. Tell them, therefore, thus saith the Lord power, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel.
Right, you're no longer going to use the proverb of The prophecies ain't coming to pass. Y'all been saying that. This is stagnant. That's another argument now.
Right.
You know, the camps are stagnant. Nothing's happening.
Yeah, we not
We
growing.
ain't really
Not
growing,
evolving. Niggas like to use the word
evolving. Because what is evolving to a nigga? Money.
Yup.
Yeah.
And getting accepted in the world. The Lord never made this word to be accepted in this world, man. He made it to be rejected in this world. Okay? Because prophecy ain't stagnant. You can look at us and be like, well, damn, they got the same garments on, they wrinkled, they played out, them niggas look old and bummy. Okay, but what about the words that are coming out of our mouth?
Exactly.
Okay?
Faithful and true.
Faithful and true. Go ahead.
It says, but say unto them, the days are at hand, and the effect of every vision. For there shall be no more any vain vision, nor flattering divination within the house of Israel.
See, the effect of every vision is now coming to pass. Just like the water that comes forth, you know, from rain and snow brings forth fruit and results in the earth. Well, now we're seeing the effects of prophecy, which is likened unto water. We're seeing the effects of prophecy in 2026. It has not stopped. You have not woke up one day in 2026 and it hadn't been no madness going on.
Boy.
At the end, it shall speak and not lie.
At the end, it shall speak and not lie, baby.
Yeah, that's where we at.
Okay? And we're happy. We're hastening we're hastening for things to get out of control.
We're excited.
We're hastening the day we wake up and ain't no more jobs.
Everything's shut down.
Everything's shut down. Because then the Lord is going to operate on the behalf of those who believe. Because we're going to go from glory to glory. You think the Lord woke us up to work jobs for the rest of our goddamn life and do YouTube videos forever?
Hell no.
That's just one aspect, man. We getting ready to go to another glory.
That's right.
And we can't get the prize that we're craving unless this place falls. See that? That's in the book of 2nd Esdras, the 4th chapter. See that? Go ahead.
Ezekiel 12 and 25, it says, for I am the Lord, I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass.
Right.
It shall no more be prolonged.
It shall no more be prolonged. World War III.
Yeah.
The MOTB first and foremost. See that? Civil unrest. Those are the final 3 prophecies outside of the sealing of the elect. Okay?
And all of it is brewing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Even the double F's, the false, that there's a lot of things this devil will do.
Right.
It's all culminating to that point. The sedition, okay? Elon Musk has already been running human trials with his brain interface.
Right. And it's not just him.
Yeah,
It's more than him.
Yep.
You know?
China has their
Say it's a divided house that's trying to accomplish this.
right.
They house been, bro. They set up this whole 2-party beast system was ours. That's a house divided.
Yeah.
You banking on a divided house
Yeah.
for all this time. You see? So when you see these things come to pass, that's what the prophet's like. Okay, now what's that proverb? That proverb shall cease.
Yeah.
So when you see the MOTB, when you see all the things that the prophets are seeing, and all the things that the prophets are reporting, you know what I'm saying? It's based off what's happening in the earth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
We
saying?
have a biblical worldview.
There you go. That more sure word of
That's what I was
prophecy.
just thinking of,
So
yeah.
the more we see these things, the more that we broadcast it, it is what it is at this point. You know what I'm saying? It's prophesied that 2/3 gonna be cut off and die. It's prophesied that the 1/3 is gonna be brought through the fire. We living in those times.
And for us, that eliminates worry or doubt.
Right.
Because we know what the Lord said is bound to come to pass. So there's certain things that we don't even worry about because we can't change it.
Now I
Right.
said all that to say this. Everybody on the planet got a Bible, whether they believe it or not.
Right.
Everybody got a Bible. What we say? The Bible is for the prophets. Everybody else just got one.
Yeah.
Right.
You see? So if everybody got a Bible, how come only a few only know what's coming?
Yeah. You got to be, the Lord had to open up your understanding.
Which goes into that word eklagate, that's my favorite word right
Yeah.
now.
Right.
And it goes into the Lord giving certain persons the spirit to follow Yahweh shot back to him.
Yeah.
So if you don't have that, you just guess.
Yeah.
And we're all subject to these prophecies, whether you like it, understand it, believe it or not, man. That's just the pure truth of prophecy, man. So people can debate till you faint, man. It's not going to change the outcome of prophecy,
Right.
you know?
Right. Read that again, that
I
last.
got Ezekiel.
Ezekiel
14:9.
Ezekiel 12:25, it says, "For I am the Lord, I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass.
Right.
It shall be no more prolonged, for in your days, O rebellious house, will I say the word and will perform
He's
it."
going to perform it.
Said
Oh,
the
rebellious
Lord.
house, because our people are rebellious, man. Okay, and Peter warned us that there will be false prophets that will be raised up in the latter days. He said there was false prophets among them, and there's going to be false prophets among you who shall privily bring in damnable heresies. And none of them are centered around the kingdom coming.
Right.
None of them are centered around the Edomite falling, because if you walking up to the fact that you're an Israelite, there should be one common denominator that you know must be stopped. And that's Esau. He got him and the heathen, period, 2/3 of our people, of course, but Esau got to be stopped, man.
The new age doesn't begin until he's taken out of the way. All right? Esau's the end of the world. He has to be stripped from power for the kingdom of heaven to be set up. He doesn't just float around and keep doing this shit and then the kingdom. And no, those two things don't go together. So like the elder said, Esau got to go down. If you're a believer, you know Esau got to go down. And you should be an advocate for the kingdom of heaven to be established on earth.
Right. But our people like to wait till it's too late.
Right.
I got this real quick.
The heathen ain't shared their kingdom.
Right.
Nah.
But then here it is when we prophesy. It ain't even here yet. We're prophesying of our kingdom to come, and Jake want to include everybody.
Boy.
Ain't nobody included your black ass.
Nope.
You think the little gift that Esau gave you to pervert the gospel is really going to amount to what we getting ready to get in the kingdom?
Right.
No.
Them niggas like Martin Luther King with fringes.
And Esau
Right.
gonna circle back on you because the video's still up. He ain't forgot about what y'all was doing before y'all made the transition.
They like radio with fringes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Right. Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah 23:20. It says, "The anger of the Lord shall not return until he have executed, till he have performed the thoughts of his heart.
Right.
In the latter days you shall consider it perfectly."
I said perform the thoughts of his heart, right? It said he shared his secrets with his servants, the prophets. You see, only the prophets know that the Lord is about to send his son back.
Only when the judgment starts to actually manifest, that's when our people are going to consider. They're going to want to
Oh,
try
yeah.
to get in line then.
Yeah.
They're going to want to consider all the prophecies that the men of the Lord have been constantly, just pushing.
Nail it on. What's that nigga Pop Sue? Can I be down with y'all? Can I
Right.
kick it with it? They're gonna be in that spirit, but it's gonna be too late.
Because niggas don't respect nothing until the body start dropping, until the Lord just starts sending judgment. When the plagues start being unleashed on a high level.
Right. And he's already sending them. But what's that scripture? They won't be mindful with all of the scourges.
Yeah.
They
16.
won't be. Let's get that too, man.
Second Ezra 16.
Get that. What you got?
All right, this is Ezekiel chapter
Show you how
14,
cold the Lord is, man.
verse 9.
I got it.
It
Got
says, "And if the prophet be deceived when he had spoken a thing, I the Lord have deceived that prophet."
I, the Lord, deceived that prophet. So you have to have, see, the story ain't complete without false prophets. The Lord had to, just like you put that last dab of salt in a little concoction or whatever you make in the soup, all right? You dab the little, you gotta have a sprinkle of hoes, and you gotta have a sprinkle of hoe-ass niggas.
That's right.
They got to be there in order for the story to be the story.
I would say that's how you mix up the 2/3.
Right.
Yeah, you got to take Israelites.
Yeah.
You got to take Israelites. You know what I'm saying? And make them, and have them seduced by the wicked.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It all comes together.
Because the
Yeah.
Lord didn't want everybody that know that they're an Israelite to make it to the chariot. Some of you have woken up to be destroyed. So he gave you a prophet to give you just enough.
Yep.
And the crazy part about you guys who follow these guys, first you was Sakari,
Right.
right? Then that got broke up and y'all broke off into y'all different factions, but y'all kept the doctrine. Then some of y'all became Genesis.
Yeah. Varsity.
You know what I'm saying? Now what is it?
They niggas varsity.
Now it's Jesus. It's all over the place. So the guys who follow them, which part of the
They don't
doctrine
know
y'all
what to
they
do.
don't know what to do.
They circling the drain.
Y'all should have just listened
Yeah,
to the
JV,
true
nigga, I was
prophets
thinking
in the first place.
Thinking
Man.
that
There's
made
some
varsity.
sincere men that were amongst them, but we could clearly see that was a failure. The whole foundation was rooted in a false ideology. The fact that y'all called yourself Sakari, when Sakari didn't follow Yahweh Shai, man. They knew him. They knew he was there. But they did their own thing, and y'all did your own thing in these times. Now you're reaping the benefits of rebellion,
Right.
which is a broken house. Say what you want about us, but we're still standing firm on what we've been teaching. We ain't perfect, all right? We still got issues. We iron out amongst each other. We deal like men. But one thing that you can't say about us is that we switched it up
Right.
and sold and took a bag and sold out. Okay? Read that again.
This is Ezekiel chapter 14, verse 9. It says that if the prophet be deceived when he had spoken a thing, I, the Lord, have deceived that prophet.
Right.
And I will stretch out my hand upon him and will destroy him from the midst of my people Israel.
So he deceived him, then he gonna destroy him. So that's how our Lord operates, man. So just like the Lord puts the Spirit on the righteous men of the Lord to get up and do videos, because it's through the Spirit that we out here now. I haven't even sat down. I went from work to home, scarfed down some food. Now I'm here. That's kind of like how this week has been. I was sick, but guess what? The Lord has a Spirit on, brothers, to just keep going.
Right.
Okay, without the Holy Spirit, you'd be like, man, I gotta rest, man. Not this week.
Yep.
Every week, we right here.
Yeah.
Every day, certain, brothers do video, you know what I'm saying? To the best of their ability, the word is going out. That's the Lord working through us.
That's right.
He does the same thing with a nigga, though.
Yeah.
While that nigga is asleep, okay, with his wave cap hanging to the right side, he's asleep, and the Lord puts a wicked a wicked doctrine in his mind to wake up and eventually teach, just so he can lead certain people he don't want to the truth.
The deceived and the deceiver
Are
are
his.
And they'll get some form of the truth. All right? That's good. Say that again.
The deceived and the deceiver are his.
There you go. So our Lord, this is not nothing to play with, man. The Lord can have you with a following, but ultimately you're leading people to destruction because the Lord don't like everybody. Even of Israel, there's particular Israelites that had to wake up just to pay for something they did in a past life.
That's it.
The ones who came up against Yahweh Shai and gave him over to the Romans, they knew they were Israelites, right?
Yep.
The ones who was persecuting the church of Yahweh Shai, they knew they were Israelites. Some of them were keeping the laws, doing all kind of things that they thought made them self-righteous, but guess what? The Lord was not filling them. Yahweh Shai was constantly at contention with some of these men.
Right.
So here it is, you Israelites see the contention and the back and forth between the camps, and somehow you believe that's not of the Spirit, and the camps are ruining the reputation and this and this and that. All right. Well, have you read the Gospels?
Right.
Obviously not.
It's always been like that.
It
Well, not
always
with
was like that.
understanding. Yeah, they probably read it, but definitely wasn't no understanding about it. Wasn't no faith. You know what I'm saying? Just like Hebrews say, they
Yeah.
heard the same doctrine we heard, but theirs wasn't mixed with faith.
right?
Yeah.
You see?
Their priority is to be palatable to the world.
Right.
So the fact that the camps out here step on toes, which you have to do if you're telling the truth in an evil world, they like, oh, this must be bad.
Right. They arguing. They're all that camp banging.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying. You brought that worldly mentality. In church, they told you, you know what I'm saying? The things that Jake is bringing into the truth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't be cussing. They arguing back and forth. It's all the stuff that you would hear in the so-called Christian church.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Be nice to everybody and hope you get to go to heaven.
Yeah.
Love everybody.
You know what I'm saying? Wait till you about to die before you give your life to Jesus. You know what I'm saying? It's the doctrine that they've been given that they trying to bring in here. Why? Because they haven't put off the old man.
Yeah.
Right.
It wasn't mixed with faith. They wasn't given that gift of faith. When you go into that word like that, it talks about those that the Lord, certain persons that the Lord put the Spirit on.
Yeah.
Right.
You see, if you're not one of those certain persons, you're gonna be offended by cussing.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nigga will smoke a cigarette, but he don't want to hear nobody cussing. They cussing with the Bible.
Until he listened to Tupac, then it's cool.
You know what I'm saying? Nigga smoking a cigarette, cussing at the
You
prophet.
claim to be a man, but I effed your wife. That's cool.
No, it's not. Come on, man. Yeah.
And we try not to overuse the words, but those ain't real. That's just the harsh language of the day, man.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
That's a stumbling block.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like you said earlier. I was like, okay, my garment wrinkled. Am I telling the truth though?
Well, the words of the wicked, see, the wicked, that's an aspect of somebody who's wicked, using smooth words, because ultimately they're trying to get over on you.
Right.
Yeah.
Somebody who's just telling you the truth, hey, it's just gonna come out how it come out, man.
Straightforward.
See?
They don't got an agenda to where they need you to, as you believe it or not, it is what it is.
And you gonna, I was like, you either gonna accept it or you're not. You know what I'm saying? And even that's predestinated.
Yeah, whether they hear or
But that's
forbear.
a whole nother topic.
Right. So we're out here to just tell the truth of the matter, man. And the truth is the Heavenly Father has his eyes. The eyes of the Lord are upon this sinful kingdom, Babylon the Great, man. And he's getting ready to destroy it off of the face of the earth, man. But he's going to he's going to gather a remnant out, okay, and deliver them via chariots. You got something?
Oh, I had that. 2nd Ezra 16 and 20.
Go ahead.
This 2nd Ezra 16 and 20. 19. Behold, famine and plague and tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment.
Right.
But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor always be mindful of the scourges.
Let's speak on it.
Yeah, man. So even though we've been telling people the prophecies for years, a lot of them gonna reel it down with GMS. A lot of people have come out recently and said, you know what, GMS do got the truth.
Yep.
But they still gonna be niggas out there. They still not finna actually become the new creature that they ought to
Somebody
be.
telling the truth.
Yeah.
We too close to the end for you to still be trying to figure out
Yeah.
if the truth is here or what. No, it's here. You just got to figure out who's telling it, who's consistent as well. Okay, because the scriptures say, as a matter of fact, somebody get a Sirach 36 and 14. Then we'll get that. Sirach 36 and 14, man. Okay, the prophets of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua would be faithful in the latter days, man. Okay, they wouldn't be these guys you see here and there, or selling, making merchandise, selling Hebrew names, selling prayer. How the hell you sell prayer?
That's wild. Damn.
See?
Even Esau ain't did that.
Shit, he probably did.
Like
But
Esau
niggas-
sells air, Jake sell prayer.
Niggas selling prayer, Hebrew names. Okay, hats.
That's wild.
Okay, hoodies.
That's too much.
Okay, here it is. These dudes supposed to be all into the law. Where the showbread? Sell us some showbread. Okay, selling cologne. Sell some anointing oil.
I know, right?
You see what I'm saying? We make anointing oils back here.
Man, at least give me a meat.
Basically,
Give.
if you come amongst the church, you'll smell actual frankincense and myrrh. These niggas are selling frankincense and myrrh from the Ishmael store.
Oh, man.
That shit that just smell like a spice.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a bad smell, but that ain't frankincense and myrrh.
Yeah.
Real frankincense, you know it if you smell it.
Right.
This is what when you come amongst the body, you gonna smell actual frankincense from the tree, the
Beauty
resin,
salon.
not that beauty salon shit that these dudes are selling. Okay, right next to the Michelle Obama.
Yeah.
Come on, man, you dudes are a counterfeit, man.
Mango madness is.
Yeah, mango, Matt. Go ahead.
Oh, this is Sirach 36 and 14. Fill Zion with thine unspeakable oracles.
Right, and what is an oracle? It's a prophecy. The scriptures say where there is no vision, the people perish. And that word for vision speaks to an oracle, which is divine communication. Prophecy, which can only be given through the understanding of the Holy Spirit, man. Okay, because we had Bibles for years and we were reading them and we didn't know what the hell the Bible was talking about.
At all.
No prophecies.
Okay, before the truth, if you opened up Jeremiah 50, you would think, oh, Babylon, that's something that happened in a, but
Yeah.
but it's actually speaking of something that's going to happen in the future. Go ahead.
Sirach 36 and 14. Fill Zion with thine unspeakable oracles and thy people with thy glory.
Right.
Give testimony unto those that thou hast possessed from the beginning.
Give testimony. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they love not their lives unto the death, man. So the truth is already being spoken. The Lord has given a testimony to those who he ordained to preach this word in the latter days.
Which is the spirit of prophecy. That's the
Yeah.
testimony of Yahweh Shah.
That's it.
They're ashamed to be humiliated for that testimony. They're ashamed of the gospel of Yahweh Shah.
And Yahweh Shah pleased Yahweh with that sacrifice.
Right.
You see? And when he said, this is my beloved son in whom I'm well pleased, hear ye him. Yahweh Shah prayed for the apostles.
Right.
Who later on down that same doctrine trickled down to us.
That's right.
See? So it was those men that he chose and those that will believe on his word. All that is happening right now.
That's right.
You see, prophecy is happening right now.
Yeah.
The difference between the prophets and everybody else is the understanding of the scriptures. That's the difference between us and them. They don't understand and we do. And call Allah Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai.
Yeah.
You know?
The righteous are going to be made manifest by a contrast of these wicked niggas.
That's right. Sirach 36 and 15. Give testimony unto those that thou hast possessed from the beginning, and raise up prophets that have been in thy name.
See that? Raise up prophets that have been in thy name. So the prophets have already been raised up. We didn't have to wait till 2025 for the prophets to be raised up. Prophets are already being raised up. Go ahead.
It says, reward them that wait for thee, and let thy prophets be found faithful.
See that? Let thy prophets be found faithful, man. Okay, diligent. Meaning there's always water to drink.
Right.
That's right.
There's always food to eat because the sheep got to eat every day.
That's right.
So, but you got people that believe that it ain't no more prophets. It ain't been no prophets since.
Malachi.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So, if it ain't no prophets, it ain't no deliverance.
That's an old nigger Christian saying.
Yeah.
That's something an old black crusty Christian nigga would say. Remember a nigga came up to us before saying, ain't been no prophets since Malachi. Well, John the Revelator was a prophet. John the Baptist was a prophet.
Yeah.
Yahweh Shai was a prophet.
It was told to John the Revelator that he would have to prophesy again
Yep.
in the last. Come on, man.
So what do prophets? What do prophets do? They prophesy.
There it is.
Come on now. But hey,
Yeah, that was it on that.
Sit on there, yo.
I had a precept. Oh, you got
I
yeah,
got
something.
Jeremiah.
Okay.
You know, you go ahead.
No, you go ahead. This. I was gonna look up a word.
No, hit it.
This 1 Corinthians 11 and 19. It says, "For there must also be heresies among you, that they which are approved may be made manifest among you."
now that's a prophecy.
Yep.
That's a prophecy, right?
Yep. Now you look up that word for approve. It's G1384, and it's the word dokimos. Now back during the time of the Greeks, I'm gonna read the definition. It says, in the ancient world, there was no banking system as we know it today, and no paper money. All money was made from metal, heated until liquid, poured into molds, and allowed to cool. When coins were cooled, it was necessary to smooth the uneven edges. The coins were comparatively soft, and of course, many people shaved them close. They shaved the edges of the coins. Small hats. Same thing they got kicked out of all these countries for. In 1 century, more than 80 laws were passed in Athens to stop the practice of whittling down coins then in circulation. But some money changers were men of integrity who would accept no counterfeit money, no counterfeit doctrine, no false way, right? They were men of honor who only put genuine full weight money into circulation. Such men were called dokimos. And this word is used here for the Christian as he is to be seen by the world. Meaning we're not going to put any false way into circulation, even if it's seemingly at our own detriment.
Right.
False balance is an abomination.
Yep.
To shave the doctrine.
Yeah.
Trimming their ways to seek love.
Seek
like
love.
the script- like
They're
the scripture
afraid of the opportunities they may lose in the world because of what Yahweh Shai has ordained us to push. So these men, they have no integrity. That's what you see with a guy with took his hat off and put the tie on. No integrity.
said. Right.
Bruh, that
He's
nigga
full of
wouldn't take-
guile.
He wouldn't take that hat off
For
for
nothing.
nothing. But guess what? What they say, you can buy a nigga cheap.
Yeah. Yeah. You can buy a
The
nigga
apostles
real
always
cheap.
tell us that phrase. That they, you can buy a nigga cheap.
Niggas is on sale.
Yeah, he saw he gonna give you all
No
this
clearance.
money. Yeah.
Yep, I got a precept. This is Jeremiah 29 and 13. And ye shall seek me and find me when ye shall search for me with all your heart. And I will be found of you, saith the Lord, and I will turn away your captivity, and I will gather you from all nations and from all the places whither I have driven you, saith the Lord, and I will bring you again into the place where I caused you to be carried away.
That's what I'm saying. And if the Lord don't change his mind, what this mean? Right? That's what I'm saying. So that's what we believe. We trust in the word of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Because even when he told us we was going to be cursed, all that came to pass. So if he told us we're going to be blessed, that's not.
Right.
Come on now.
Because ye have said, the Lord hath raised us up prophets in Babylon.
The Lord raised us up prophets in Babylon. You got Israelites that don't think it's no more prophets.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? You got Israelites saying they prophets, which brings in the false prophets. So if the false prophets are heard, then the real prophets got to be. Go ahead.
Know that thus saith the Lord of the king that sitteth upon the throne of David, and of all the people that dwelleth in this city, and of your brethren that are going forth with you into captivity.
That's what I'm saying. We was all subject to all that. You know what I'm saying? We was all subject to that captivity. Even the righteous. You know what I'm saying? The righteous are in captivity. You see?
Yep.
You got it.
Daniel was in captivity. Prophets, when you read the scriptures, all right, when you read the book of Daniel, the 7th chapter, those 4 beasts, all right, the Assyrian, Babylonian captivity, okay, there were prophets in those captivities prophesying unto our people. Okay? When you read the book of Joel, that was a prophet at the time of the kingdom of Judah. When you read, okay, Elijah, Elisha, those were prophets during the northern kingdom. And there were many other prophets. Okay? When you read you got the Assyrian, Babylonian captivity, there were prophets in those captivities telling our people what was getting ready to happen. The Medo-Persian Empire, there were prophets in those captivities while we were rebuilding the temple, prophesying particular things. Okay, the Greek captivity, there were prophets in that captivity. People standing firm for the truth, man. The Roman captivity, that's when Yahushua came on the scene. Prophets were there.
Yep.
Prophesying that Yahushua was getting ready to come as a man, John the Baptist, prophesying of what was to come. The Lord opened the disciples' minds, and so prophecy is it's very important. Again, the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy.
Right.
So when you start to see a group of guys say that they believe in the word and they talk about the Bible and they're Israelites, but they ain't talking about prophecy, something's going wrong. Trying to pacify our oppressor, man. Something's going wrong. Somebody's been paid off. See that? And we're not here to accept no gift against because that's the mark of a wicked man, to take a gift, man. See that? To change up. Okay? Go ahead, bro.
All right. This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 1. It says, the word that the Lord spake against Babylon and against the land of the Chaldeans by Jeremiah the prophet.
Right.
Declare ye among the nations and publish.
Right. Publish, man. We're here to publish among the nations as we've been scattered among the nations. Okay, and what are we to publish? Go ahead.
It says, and set up a standard. Publish and conceal not.
And what is the standard? These scriptures, man. The righteous standard of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, man, because this world has no standard of righteousness. This world is built upon do as thou wilt. And look where it's got you people, man. In a big heap of confusion. Debt, through, diseased, sick, poor, right? Lied to. See that? So we're here to bring a standard, all right, which is ultimately rooted in righteousness, man. Okay? And Esau, Edom is affected by a standard. Esau, Edom prides on gray areas, lies, confusion. Okay? When there's a standard, the gray area is what? Gone. The gray area is done.
Right.
And this is what makes people uncomfortable about our message, because it's not full of a gray area.
Yeah.
A gray area allows people to be like, oh, okay.
No
To be
accountability.
self-willed.
Be self-willed.
It's either true or it's false. It's either righteous or it's wicked, man.
Yeah.
People like wiggle room so they don't have to be held accountable to meet the expectation of righteousness, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. Go ahead.
All right.
Verse 2. It says, declare ye among the nations and publish, and set up a standard. Publish and conceal not. Say Babylon is taken, Baal is confounded.
See, Babylon is getting ready to be taken. But all is confounded. All of these ideologies, the pseudoscience that has got this man where he is, it's all being confounded. There go Issachar again.
Every week.
Every goddamn week.
Every week.
That's
Go ahead.
that spirit on.
Merodach is broken in pieces.
Right.
Her idols are confounded.
So all of Esau's doctrines, his ideologies have been confounded. So now he's getting ready to play the victim. Now Esau Edom's like, man, we're being outbred. Everybody hates us. If we don't start to populate and get this white thing under control, which white is made up. There's no such thing as a white person. White supremacy in itself is a farce. It's a lie. Okay, your so-called superiority over the nations, it's all a lie. It's something that ultimately
It's fabricated.
it's fabricated.
Pseudoscience.
It's pseudoscience. You see that? And again, like the elder required, if you're so great, why don't you just be great? Why do you always have to exploit somebody
Yeah.
or undermine them to make yourself great? Or point out how effed up these people are to make yourself great? Why haven't the Edomite just been great?
You got to stand on top of somebody else to be great.
Right. He has to do that.
It's really white insecurity.
There you go. You Edomites are insecure,
Yep.
right?
Yep. And the reason why is because this inquisition is being made.
Right.
You know what I'm
Wicked.
saying? It talked about in the last days that wicked was going to be revealed.
Yeah.
You see? They had all these years in secrecy. You know what I'm saying? And now it's all being uprooted.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They even telling on themselves.
Yeah.
You
They,
got,
they're going through an identity crisis because all the lies they told are being peeled back. All right, especially the average Edomite, they've been cut out of the deal. The small hats are running off with everything.
dead through. Yeah.
So the regular Edomite is realizing I have nothing to stand on to say that I'm better than any of these people.
Right.
You ain't got to say
What,
it.
what
Right.
value is this so-called
Yeah.
white privilege to
Yeah.
me now?
Right.
So they about to crash out.
Right.
They one bad day away from crashing out,
Well,
man.
that's why they're just cheering on Trump, bombing everybody.
Yeah.
Stealing resources. That just gives the patriotic
Even though they're not
American
gonna get
a
shit
hard
out
Yeah.
of for
to
the
look
deal.
on the news and see a nigga being mocked for food, because they always, whenever they're talking about food stamps or welfare, it's always a black face in the
Yeah.
camera.
Right.
Yeah.
And this gives the average Edomite something to be mad about,
Yeah. This-
something to fight for.
To soothe their failure.
Right, because
Yep.
at the end of the day,
better than them.
welfare was really made for poor Edomites. All of the DEI really was made for, all right, the LGBT, the white woman, veterans, all right. It was really made for Edomites, but somehow niggas become the face of it. Because you brought niggas over here, so they're gonna partake in some of the things that you put forth. Duh. And that doesn't take our people off the hook. Our people are completely out of control and wicked. But somehow that gives the average Edomite a hard on or something to have life about when niggas are being mocked and laughed at. Or if it ain't the nigga, it's the Somalian. All right, if it ain't the Somali, it's the Northern Kingdom, the Somalian, it's this, it's that. He's pointing the finger at everybody. He really got you Americans thinking that it's because of the Somalians that you don't have no money in your account and that your groceries are sky high and that you're in debt. See? But the thing is, eventually that's going to wear off. Eventually these patriotic Americans are going to realize, and a lot of them are, that ultimately the elite, headed by the Amalekites, the small hats, the tiny tops, the 48ers, are ultimately trying to run off with the blessing. See? So there's getting ready to be a crash out. Even in MAGA, there's a divide. And the small hat is at the forefront of every point of friction in the earth right now.
It's cheevious.
See that? Go ahead.
All right, this is verse 3. It
Watch
says,
this guy.
Huh?
Watch this guy. Yeah, just watch him.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Jeremiah 50:3, it says, for out of the north there come up a nation against her.
Right, and that's Russia, which Russia is pretty much leading this evil eye towards the West. Okay, many nations are getting ready to, all right, to get out of the dominance of the American dollar. Many nations are going to start aligning themselves with Russia, China, Iran, right? But it's all going to be led by Russia when you read prophetically. When it talks about the Medes and end time prophecy, it's speaking of Russia, not the original Japhetic people, because the landmass where Russia is dwelling, where those Edomites up there are dwelling, belong to the Japhetic people. So that's why you'll read in Isaiah 13 and it'll say the Medes. That's why you read in the book of Jeremiah and it's in end time prophecy, it's talking about the Medes. That's pointing to Russia. Out of the north, there cometh the country that is ultimately going to be used by the Most High to destroy this place. Because if you look at how dominant the sword of Babylon is, how dominant the petrodollar is, you have to ask yourself, how in the hell is this going to be uprooted? Well, through division. See that? And through the allies of the beast, all right, changing their mind.
Because a lot of these NATO countries, man, they're coming to realize, like, damn, yeah, I do benefit from dealing with the whore, but the shit she's doing is not in my best interest. Also, everybody has realized that America is just a subsidiary of the small hats.
Yep.
And the small hats have no allies. They honor no agreements. So if you're one of those other nations in NATO, you're looking for a plan B. Right. You're like, I gotta find a way to get from up under these guys, because at any moment, the shit could come down on me.
Especially the EU too. See that? So we just seen this thing that happened in Venezuela,
Yeah.
because the Venezuela was selling their oil all right, to the Russians and a different currency,
Yep.
all right, and to China and a
China.
different currency. Okay, the America said, oh, you know, well, wait a minute.
Yeah.
What about the dollar?
Yeah. They're protecting the dollar.
See, because it's really what makes the dollar so dominant is the force behind it,
Military.
the sword.
That's Yeah. right.
You see, but we're living in a time where now the weak is saying they're strong. Why? Because they're aligning and making pacts with each other to operate outside of the dominance of Babylon's dollar. The scriptures say, they that eat thy bread have deceived thee. Somebody get that as well. Go ahead.
So what America going into Venezuela the way that they did is what it gives China and Russia justification to retaliate aggressively.
Right.
Or
Or they
they-
don't even have to retaliate aggressively. What they can do is talk about peace.
Yeah.
See how look how aggressive and uncouth they are. If you deal with us, we don't have to interfere in your internal affairs, because America, basically, they want to. This is the right guy.
Yeah,
to
this
come
the right
now.
guy.
I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking. I get it.
Yeah.
But he has a
Yeah, to respond aggressively, like you're
Right,
saying,
right.
may not be military force. Like you
Eventually,
said,
they are going to respond.
it could be the propaganda. It could be them
Toxic.
shining the light and saying, "Look at America. This is who." That's what I'm saying. So everybody's gonna realize, like, hold up, this place is a piece of shit,
Oh, yeah.
and it's gonna feed into the fuel of America's allies turning against them.
Oh yeah.
Which is prophecy.
Which is prophecy. That's right. I got that. This is
I get it.
yeah. You can speak to
The
it.
force behind the U.S. dollar is the sword.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Right. So we're living at a time where nations are like, the bully, you know what I'm saying? He getting old.
Yo, we gotta try
Yeah.
to find a way
You know what
around
I'm
this
saying?
nigga, man.
Like, this nigga played out, man.
Yo,
So they're trying to find options outside of the dollar.
And
Yep.
plan
So
B.
that they can deal and do what they want to do, because they're with taking on that dollar comes Esau, Edom getting in your business,
Oh, yeah.
trying to control the internal affairs of your country. China, like, we ain't got to do all that.
Yeah.
Just make these deals with us, boom, 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 boom. So this situation in Venezuela has allowed, all right, it really is going to backfire on Babylon. And it already is.
Well, I think Trump also too. Trump has also seen that these nations have already made their moves to operate outside of the U.S. hegemony. The U.S. reserve, global, economic system. So okay, well then I want you out of my region, and I'm not gonna play with you.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna pull up on you.
Yeah.
And what you gonna do? Right? So that's what the Most High is putting in his spirit on the king of Babylon to just be on go mode.
Yeah.
And I believe that's what's gonna force these hands of these nations that are really trying to be chill.
Yep.
A lot of these nations are trying to chill the fuck out.
But he over there.
But the stout,
Forcing
like he
everybody's
talks
hand.
about in Daniel,
Right.
because he's more stout than his fellows,
Yeah.
is forcing the hand of these other nations to step up.
Yeah.
Because when you think about it, the greatest ally of China has been the United States of America over the last 30, 40 years. Who set up Chinese manufacturing over the last half century?
Babylon.
Who buys all their shit?
America.
Our consumerism here in America has funded the Chinese machine,
Keeps the light on over there.
and it still funds the Chinese machine.
Yep.
Right.
When you want to talk about the Chinese GDP, I guarantee you 35, 40% of that shit is Western money.
Yeah. Western consumers.
So you take that away, see what happens.
That one ain't shit, man.
So they can talk all that
Not
shit,
you, bro.
but
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
all like
I'm
I
here
said,
all
it's
the time.
all
That's
the
just my
elites,
dick.
man. It's really the elites that make you think, hey, it's this against
Yeah.
that against this.
That's
Because-
funny.
That's theater.
It's all theater. It's all theater, man. And I've been wanting to do a lesson on it, but then I started studying something else. Then I started trying
There's so much
trying to
happening.
make sure I understand it before I
Right.
speak on it.
Right,
Yeah.
right, right.
You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. It's so dynamic and all over the place.
Right.
One thing that you have to do, and I don't remember the brother that they just uploaded a video about filtering everything through prophecy. That's really the main thing, is just filtering it through prophecy.
Yeah.
We understand Esau and Moab.
Right.
Yeah.
Niggas
They've
been
always-
homies forever.
Yep, yep, yep.
And it's gonna play at the end of the day like it talks about in Second Ezra,
Yeah.
where you fall, they fall, everybody falls.
Because these elites ain't gonna agree going into the NWO.
Nope.
That's it.
And let's not forget, Esau Edom has never got along. Even when they were in power as the Greeks and the Romans,
Yeah.
they always fought.
Always.
World War I, World War II, what was it about?
Yeah.
What was post-World War II about? Let's get the Edomite nation back together and have peace amongst ourselves, and let's just rule, nigga, and dominate and have peace. That's what the UN is all about, right?
Yeah.
But
And they don't get along.
none of them, especially America and the small hat, they don't follow none of the rules.
Yep,
Yeah.
they step on everybody's toes, man.
Internationally, they break all kind of laws, and then the UN just vetoes it because of the power of the small hat in America, man.
Yeah.
And because of the way the small hat is moving, as the scriptures say, they're gonna draw everybody else into the shit.
Right.
The least of the flock shall
That's
draw
what's
them out.
at the forefront of every friction in the earth. The small hat has got his hands in it, man.
Yeah. They're all pieces of shit,
They're
man.
pieces of shit.
Even in high school, I don't know.
I
And I hung
never-
out around white people in high school because I was the nerd, right?
Right.
The black smart kid, right? They treated each other like shit.
Yeah.
Billy and Tommy, they backstab each other. I'm talking about in the same friend circle, bro.
Tongue kissing their best friend's
Yep.
woman.
Yep, tongue kissing each other, nasty pieces of shit.
Yep, sticking each other thumbs, you know?
Bro.
Because I didn't hang around Edomites, but I played football with them in junior college.
There you go.
Like grab
See,
ass
once I
hands,
got it,
all
I
that.
wasn't really around Esau in
Yeah.
high school. It was just Issachar, Judah, and Ephraim. But when I got around Edomites in college, it started, it was like they
He was like, yeah, they
They
yeah,
talk about each other behind each other's back
slap each other in
constantly.
the ass.
They treat each other like shit. They always backstab me. When you go back and study Edomite history, it's just treachery, bro.
Yeah.
Even when you go from the time of the Greeks, go study the Peloponnesian Wars. Leading up into in that time, the Peloponnesian Wars, which is very fascinating for brothers to go and study. But they just fighting each other, man. Leading into the time of the height of the Greco-Roman Empire. And see all the infight. We already know about the story of
Yeah.
Caesar,
Greeks.
and
Yeah.
Brutus, and you know, and two Brute.
yeah.
The 12
You
Caesars.
too, nigga.
Yeah.
The 12 Caesars.
They have an affinity for betrayal.
Right,
That's why shows like Game of Thrones do so well,
bro.
Yeah.
because they resonates with
Yeah.
them.
So what makes you think as they go into the
They gonna
NWO
just be together.
that they're gonna just really is gonna be one? No, man. They're
Yeah.
not gonna agree.
For one point, this whole thing about the United States acquiring Greenland, when you look at it as far as numbers, makes complete sense. Great deal for Greenland. The Danish don't even have no money.
Right.
Yo, you got no money, nigga. So Trump looking at this like, you niggas ain't got no money.
Right.
We got money.
I'm doing you a favor.
Yeah. when you just look at it on paper,
Yeah.
what Trump is saying actually make fucking sense.
Right.
It's a strategic land point to fight against Russia.
Yeah.
They got rare earth minerals. Y'all not getting the bag. We have the bag. Nigga.
Yeah.
But the Danish is just like on some fuck you Trump type shit.
Yeah,
It's
like,
nah, nigga.
no, we don't like you.
Yep.
Yeah.
It just shows you how these Edomites, they're an Edomite nation against the dark nations, but even within themselves, they're fractured. A house divided against
Yeah.
itself.
They're just not right.
Yeah.
They're
just
never
not right.
gonna be at peace.
Yeah.
Even when they're ruling, they haven't. When have they chilled?
They
When has the
No
Edomite just sat down and enjoyed his kingdom? He hasn't, and that's gonna be to his detriment. Let's get that.
Yep. Obadiah, verse 7. It says,
Start at 2 and then
Oh.
jump down to
Okay,
7.
okay. Obadiah, verse 2, it says, Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen.
Right.
Thou art greatly despised.
Yep. And he's becoming insignificant, hated. He's small in number. He's not. He's not populating. It's like here it is. You got all of this money. You got all of this control, but you're not having populating. Your woman's wound is still.
Mhm. She want the BBC.
She want the BBC. You know what I'm saying?
You don't want her no way.
Yeah, you want the
Yeah,
little boy.
you want the guy next to you.
That's a Greek saying though.
Yes,
Yeah,
right.
that's a saying that go back to the Greeks. It says, women are for reproduction, but men are for pleasure.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
how, that's how they roll.
That's how they
Damn.
roll. That's just how they get down.
Damn.
Yeah.
And that
That's what I'm
spirit
saying.
that-
How you not repopulating? You a billionaire?
Yeah.
Cause you ain't doing reproductive shit.
A billionaire looking behind his back. You're supposed to be at peace.
Man.
But your ill dealings have ultimately come up before your face, man. And now you've become small among the heathen and greatly despised, especially the Western and the Western Edomite and the small hat.
Yep.
They're at the
No one likes
forefront
you.
of the collapse of Esau Edom. Nobody likes you. Okay, the Europeans look at you as the dumbest,
Yep.
empty-headed. See, and this is what the Romans. When you go back to Rome, the average Roman people, a lot of them were illiterate, stupid. So a lot of the moves that were being made by the emperors, the people were so illiterate they just cheered it on. They didn't know what was really going on.
Right
That's what's
over
going on
there.
here.
Hail Caesar.
Yeah.
Give him a piece of bread.
Over here in America, the average American Edomite has no idea what the hell is going on.
Let's give him a sandwich.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
A few of them know a little, but on average, they don't know what the hell is going on.
If
Sit
you
back
have
with buds.
if you have the displeasure of having just a conversation with people out and about in the world, you see and understand how dumb people are in general.
Yeah.
And you see why so many people are going to take that chip.
Yeah.
You see why it's going to be a thief in the night. You was talking about that earlier. Everybody got a Bible, but don't nobody know what's going on because it wasn't given to them to understand. People are dumb. Like I want y'all to understand this.
Yeah, for real, for real.
People are extremely stupid in general,
Yep.
like dumb. And if you try to tell them something, they get mad at you because they don't want to think.
Right.
They don't want to think. Like the scripture says, folly is set in great,
Great
dignity.
dignity.
Right.
And that's very serious, man.
And
You know?
ignorant people be proud too. They be
Yeah.
some of the most prideful people. Like, how the hell are you proudful and you don't know a damn
They
thing?
don't know that. They don't know though. You know. You
Yep.
got a
You ain't
chance.
talking about that. You ain't
said
talking
you
about
looked
their
up the
favorite
word
sports
despise?
team.
It was just saying despise.
Okay.
You know, I was like,
We living in that movie Idiocracy, if you ever seen it, where the whole society just diminished into people that really couldn't make critical decisions. They had no critical thinking skills. Majority of people, they don't have critical thinking skills.
yeah.
They only can regurgitate what they've heard.
Yeah,
And
that's
what
it.
they've heard their whole life has been lies from this white man.
Scripture is correct.
So-
And even with understanding.
Yeah.
It ain't even with understanding. It's just like the elder said, people are
Yeah.
fucking stupid.
Yeah.
It's just like they say you innocent until proven guilty. No, you stupid until proven smart.
Even the people with degrees are really stupid. And the educational,
Yeah.
the educational system here is just based off of you can memorize a bunch of shit.
Bro, I had a
I know
master's
people that
and
have
didn't know nothing.
doctorates that
They're
are
stupid.
dumb and all.
I had no idea what the hell was going on.
There was
until I came into
there
the
was
truth.
this little Edomite chick that used to sit down from me and my brother when we were getting our doctorate. When I'm telling you this bitch was dumb as fuck, and
I
it
believe
was
it.
shocked me that she was getting she graduated.
Like,
bro.
but you're a doctor?
And I was and like when we graduated, I was looking at her. In my mind, I was like, whoever the fuck goes to your office, I feel sorry.
They're fucking through.
You don't know shit, bro. You dumb. I work side by side with this hoe.
Man.
I'm talking about airhead.
She's just destroying.
Got a whole doctorate, bro. I'm like,
For
yo,
real.
they just handing out degrees, man. It made me feel something. I'm like, am I dumb? You
Like,
know?
why, like, why is she here next to me?
Am I dumb?
Yeah.
You know?
Holy.
But I wanted to. There's this scripture in Sirach that talks about how the children were going to complain about their fathers,
Ungodly father.
their ungodly fathers, and that's what's happening.
Yeah.
The displeasure with how America was built up, the displeasure with how America has increased itself, how it talks about that shameful spewing in Habakkuk the 2nd chapter, that kind of goes into the displeasure that we're reading about here in Obadiah. Okay, and how the other 10 horn nations, European nations, feel about America, along with all the heathen nations, and of course, you know, the elect of the nation of Israel. You got it, bro.
I got it. The point is at 7. I'm going to start at verse 6. Sirach 41:6, it reads, the inheritance of sinners, children shall perish, and their posterity shall have a perpetual reproach.
Yeah, bro. So you watch these old cowboy films about how they just went across the West and killed all the natives, and when you watch these films, man,
Ugh.
it's just a diabolical, disgusting,
Scumbags.
devilish way that they acquired everything, right?
Yeah, it wasn't cool.
It wasn't cool, man. Lie, steal, rape, rob, murder.
And then they'll be like, "You think slavery didn't start with us, dude?"
Yeah,
Like, who said that?
yeah. Nobody said
Slavery.
that.
Nobody said that.
So you
And
justify.
that doesn't exonerate you, bro.
It ain't gotta make sense.
That Matt Walsh, he got like a whole
What?
documentary coming out.
Came out of there.
And that he says, man, slavery didn't start with us white people. We were slaves. It's been slavery all over, you know.
They try to
You
justify.
finna be slaves again?
It's justify their wickedness by saying somebody no.
Yes.
And just because slavery happened before, the way you did it was gruesome and
oppression.
perverted and filthy.
Servitude is in the scriptures.
Right.
There's a way to have a servant.
Right.
There's a way to have someone under you.
That's what I'm
See?
saying. Shit, look at the Fresh Prince. I think G was welcome. That's what I'm saying. It's a way you have. That's
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. They weren't beating the shit out of Jeffrey.
Jeffrey had a life, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He was in that thing.
Abraham had a servant
You know,
that he,
family had love for him
He
and
loved him.
everything. You know.
Yeah, man. So, see, the chattel slavery is unprecedented. There's nothing been like American chattel slavery in the history of the world.
Yeah, he
Even
said
when you go
breakfast.
into the Mongols, even when you go into the history of these other nations that had huge, massive slave trafficking organizations, it does not compare to American chattel slavery. So, white people can go and do all that, making all the excuses that they want, but any realistic historian understands that Western Hemisphere chattel slavery was unprecedented.
Unprecedented.
Anyway,
His resume is his resume.
yeah. You the Mayweather of slavery.
Yeah.
Okay, you the GOAT. You know what I mean? TBE of slavery.
Yes.
Okay, so looking into not just slavery, but then your expansion and domination over the world, people don't like you.
Yeah.
So, and that goes into this scripture. Because what you've inherited, what you so-called white people have inherited as far as America today, people don't like you.
Sirach 10 and 8.
You got it, champ.
Okay.
Yo.
This is Sirach 41 and 6 again. From the top, it says, the inheritance of sinners' children shall perish, and their posterity shall have a perpetual reproach.
Yep.
The children will complain of an ungodly father, because they shall be reproached for his sake.
Right. So you go look back and say, now they're trying to disassociate themselves with their forefathers.
Right.
I'm Irish. Or not all white people had slaves. That was just a lot of the Southerners,
Then they
which is
bring
a
up the
lie.
percentage, yeah,
Pick and choose.
3%.
Which is a lie.
Same nigga will tell you his forefathers
I'm
fought for
native.
this country.
Right.
Yeah, I'm Native. I'm actually 2%, 4% Native
I always
American.
like to go to that.
Yeah, I'm 1% Cherokee, baby.
Yeah,
You got to back up.
yeah. just a hopscotch. Go ahead, champ.
Continuing on, Sirach 41 and 8, it says, woe be unto you, ungodly men, which have forsaken the law of the Most High God. For if you increase, it shall be to your destruction.
Right, and that's what we see now. Now they're doing this whole what they call it, Don Rowe,
Yeah. Downward
yeah.
doctrine.
best president of all time, Donald J. Trump. Fantastic,
He getting to it.
love it. So they're gonna go ahead and expand, and we're gonna see what happens with it.
They got a
But the
Nobel
Most
Peace
High's
Prize.
definitely got a spirit on them. So we hope it increases. You got it.
Can-
Was
oh,
there
oh.
more?
I just want to read a precept to go along with you.
Yep.
Oh, you got it.
That's Sirach 10?
Okay, cool, yeah.
This is Sirach 10 and 8. It says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
I mean, we can go down the laundry list of unrighteous dealings that the American empire has committed itself to over these last 2 centuries. From how they dealt with the so-called Negro, Native American, the Latinos, from all their predatory capitalistic system, the stealing of resources from all these other heathen nations, and just exploiting people. The list is crazy. So what do you think that's building up, man? What do you think that's just building up indignation with the Heavenly Father?
Building up that tab.
Yeah, the
To,
tab.
to the climax of the movie where the changing of the guard happens. People look at us crazy because we get excited. He said Donald J. Trump was the best president, right? Somebody coming and passing and be like, what is he talking about? We know that this sequence, yeah, he's good for prophecy, and this sequence of events of things that's going on has to happen for us to get to the kingdom of heaven.
Pressing the line.
Yep,
Yeah.
I got a precept real quick. This is Sirach 33 and 29. Speaking of how to treat a slave, it says,
Oh.
"But don't be too severe with anyone, and never be unfair.
Yep.
If you have a slave, treat him as you would want to be treated. You bought him with your hard-earned money. Treat him as a brother.
Yep.
They stole
You
it.
need him as if you need yourself."
Now, so if you study plantation history, they talked about the production of certain slave owners during the time of slavery. The most productive plantations were with those that treated their slaves well.
Yeah.
They gave them days off. They didn't beat them as frequently. They didn't treat them maybe like as a brother, but they
Right.
treated them as a well-respected employees. They were fed well. Why would you have a slave and just beat the shit out of him and not feed him?
And he can't work.
And be cruel.
Rape his woman.
You know what I'm saying? That does, it's
Treat yourself in
counterproductive
the-
to what you're actually trying to do on your own land. If I'm going to go out and know that I'm going to die anyway, why work? Why?
Yeah.
Fuck it, just kill me, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
So this is just prudent.
Yeah.
Yep. It says,
Now, Southwest Airlines, I'm going to make this one last point real quick. Southwest Airlines became one of the most premier airlines in the United States. We all know Southwest Airlines because they were had the highest rating in how they treated their employees. So it was a happy atmosphere, and when customers, got on the plane and everything like that, you can feel it. You can feel when a business, when the employees are treated well by the owner.
And they enjoy being there.
And they enjoy being there. It's productive for the overall business, right? So yeah, it's a good book called Start With Why that talks about that.
it says, if you mistreat him and he runs away, where are you going to look for him? And this is why you had all them runaway slaves.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. That's why Esau was branding.
Yep.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because he gets off on harming and dominating. Now we know prophecy speaks about how the heathen we're gonna execute vengeance on the heathen.
Yeah.
But it's not gonna be forever like
Yeah.
that.
It's for a
The
time.
plan is that the heathen learn righteousness. Yeah, they're gonna have to pay for what they did. Yeah, we're gonna put them in hardcore bondage. Yeah, they're gonna get they're gonna get judged. But it's not gonna be a forever thing, man.
Perpetual,
Even
yeah.
Esau Edom, after 1,000 years, he's just done away with. The goal for the heathen is that they go to their respective corners and wherever the Lord placed them, and that ultimately they live under our authority and keep the law, statutes, commandments. And when they go off, we will judge the affairs.
Yeah.
And there will be surveillance by what? The chariots. This is what basically Esau's trying to set up, but he does everything oppressive.
In a perverted way.
It's perverse, it's wicked. You see what I'm saying?
Because like you read how to deal with slavery, it gives you the formula on how to have slaves and benefit and for your business to thrive. But he'll do these things and he never regards the Lord's instructions on how to do it right. So life comes from it. Everything he does, he flips the script. So what comes?
Right.
Death.
Yeah, in rebellion. This thing called America could have really been okay. But he's greedy. He could never have enough, man. Matter of fact, we got to get Habakkuk the 2nd chapter because we are living in that time.
Yep.
But let's finish that Obadiah. Let's just read that 7.
Yep. This is Obadiah, verse 7. It says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border.
Right,
The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee
right.
and prevailed against thee.
This is what we're witnessing. Okay, it's happening slowly because America is really a dominant power, man. Even when, like you were saying, you talk about getting outside of the petrodollar, it ain't that easy. You ain't just gonna win like that. But if enough people just say F this man and team up, all right, like the BRICS, they're talking about setting up some type of digital, some gold-backed central bank digital currency, and basically creating their own currency to trade outside of the dollar. We know that it's ultimately elites, okay, just doing what they do, but ultimately there's a mindset of nations gathering together to operate outside of this devil, man, this system. Because they that eat thy bread, as a matter of fact, keep going.
It says, they that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee.
See, this is what we're seeing happening. Okay, and the bread represents what? That debt. And the petrodollar is a big part of committing fornication with the beast.
Yeah.
And you got to have it.
Yeah. So how do you get that petrodollar? Just to break it down real quick. All right, you have something that's called T-bonds or treasury notes. This is a debt-based instrument where you buy these bonds and you can collect interest as you hold them, but it's USD. So let's say the national interest on these T-bonds is 5-6%. So you say, okay, well then I want to make sure that I got USD that I can use. This is what China does. They buy a whole bunch of treasury bonds, put them in their bank, and they're collecting interest year over year, saying, okay, when we can, like, you know, we just collected more money on these things, so we got more U.S. dollar reserves to utilize in the market how we want to. Or we can use these treasury bonds to say, hey, I got this Chinese yuan, it's backed by these treasury bonds. Our money's good because it's backed by USD essentially on interest. That's what treasury bonds do. You buy bonds and then you get interest on those bonds just for holding it. So basically, but it's still a debt instrument. All these nations that want to leverage themselves in the market or have strength in the market, they have these U.S. Treasury bonds or these debt instruments, so everybody's laden with thick clay. Because if there's a crash in the U.S. dollar and you holding all these damn bonds, what happens? Well, now your holdings are becoming less worthless.
Yep.
Against gold, against silver, against, you know, what people consider these legacy ancient instruments of money. And so the Most High has got it to where Esau has gotten all these people that want to play in the market holding debt and just trading these debt instruments back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You know, and then and if it crashes, all of them crash.
Right.
Everybody crashes together.
Everybody lose.
You know.
Yep. Yep. This is Proverbs 31 and 21. 30 and 21. There are 4 things that the earth itself cannot tolerate: a slave who becomes a king, and a fool who has all he wants to eat. See that? And that's Esau.
Yep.
Now I'm going to jump to verse. Somebody want to speak on it real quick.
Yeah, because when you look at Esau and how he's been able to accumulate things, he doesn't do anything with righteousness.
He's a slave.
He's a slave. He's low level.
Ace.
Right? So even when you look in ancient, not ancient, but shit, European history, people forget the Edomite was a dirty, nasty,
Yes.
stinky piece of crap.
Bro, I've been watching a lot. That's
Not
crazy
too
you
long
said
ago.
that. I've been watching the little history pieces on these queens and kings. They were pieces of Andrew. They were pieces of shit.
Pieces of
One
shit.
of the queens, they
Maria
didn't shower.
Antoinette.
Yeah.
They were stank.
What?
They had
was-
sores on their bodies.
What-
and-
Yep.
because they looked at water as like a bad thing to just bathe like that all the time.
Yep.
But you royalty.
When they took over Europe, they fucked the whole sewer system was fucked up. The streets were full of shit.
They
and
used to
feces.
throw it out the window.
They used to throw. You could be walking and just a pile of shit just laying.
God damn.
Yep.
That's how they live.
Yep. And the Moors had to clean up a lot of stuff, and then
Yep.
and then it led into what was called the Dark Ages. But then they had to create systems of sanitation,
Oh my goodness.
because they will have in the square where everybody goes, where they had monkeys set up to pick the lice out of the Edomites' hair throughout the day, because they were just so infested with rats and lice and shit.
Yes.
But they want to call
And
it.
then, so there'd be a monkey sitting there just picking lice out of Edomites' heads, man. They were dirty, nasty,
Yes.
stinky motherfuckers, man. The queens would have those big corset dresses.
Yep.
That's why they had
and
those big high
underneath
heels
those
too.
would be a
Right.
cage
So they-
underneath
the
the
shit wouldn't
dress
get on
Great,
their
I've been
feet.
looking
where
that
she
up.
would just shit on herself and piss on herself.
Yep.
Big ass heels.
Because they would just stand around in these different courts
Yep.
for hours entertaining people, and then they would just have to go upstairs, and the women would just put all types of perfume
Yep,
on
'cause she
her
stank.
to cover up the shit smell.
Just spray deodorant over you.
These are like the Edomites, like seriously.
Smelling like
That's
shit
crazy
and
you brought
Febreze.
that up, because that's literally what I've been kind of looking up. It kind of slips my mind, but
It's
yeah,
true history.
it's true history. Like,
Nasty
they were
work.
like nasty.
Yeah, there's a page on YouTube. I can't
Yeah,
remember the name.
that's probably
of
what I was looking at then.
it, where they go like the nastiness, or it's called
Yeah.
the dirty, like something like that on YouTube. My brother will figure it out. He probably
He goes into the history of these
Yahweh,
kings
yeah,
and queens.
yeah.
Gabar Yahweh. He probably already looking it up.
Yeah, it's already on the page, probably. But yeah, they were some nasty dudes, man.
Yep. Again, a slave. Let me read it again. Proverbs 30 and 21, because the scriptures talk about a servant that's on a horse. Right? You see what I'm saying? This is Esau. He's a slave. Really, he needs to be under, like, watch.
He needs to be in jail.
He needs to be in jail. But the Lord has given him the whole earth. So this is why everything is out of order. There's so much war. He's like a big child, man. A child needs to be what? Told what to do, right?
Discipline.
He's the beast man.
Yes.
Somebody he's void of order, void of righteousness,
Right.
but he has the final say in the earth.
Right.
So what is going to be the end result of the earth and the society? It's going to be filthy and nasty and backwards.
Right. It says, Proverbs 30 and 21. There are.
The brother,
He found it.
Gabar Shalawamba 7 said, "Look out below." The term "look out below" comes from when they
Would throw the shit.
Look
Yeah.
out below. Look out below.
Look out below.
And now they really are trying to act like
You
they
gotta be
sit at the
Reggie Bush
seat
to
of
rock the
righteousness
town.
and morality and cleanliness and purity. The blonde hair, blue eyes, supposed to be the standard of beauty. Yeah, come on, man. It says,
God damn.
what he
What
said?
happened?
Ishmael said they wore their clothes so long that they actually disintegrated from
Yeah.
their body.
They would bond to their skin.
Yeah, that's why they had to put on all that makeup, because they would get sores from filth.
Their jaws would bond to their
would-
fucking.
bugs would be eating the, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
you see the pictures of them, they look all white because they were packing on makeup. So these people ain't all that, man.
Yeah.
You just call history facts.
Oh yeah, Gabar Yahweh, he put it on.
Historical
It's called
fact,
history fact. He's a
Shalom.
he's a researcher, man.
Oh
Yeah,
that's
man.
the man right
He's a
there.
researcher right there.
It says, there are 4 things that the earth itself cannot tolerate. A slave who becomes a king, and a fool who has all he wants to eat.
Man, and Esau both.
That's Trump. All right, verse 32, it says, if you have been foolish enough to be arrogant and plain evil, stop and think. If you churn milk, you get butter.
You looked
If
it up.
you hit someone's
see it on the
nose, it
comment.
bleeds. If you stir up anger, you get into trouble. And this is where these Edomites are at, man. Trouble is ultimately going to come from as a result of everything you did throughout the 4 corners of the earth. Everything that you've done, all of your colonization is biting you in the ass with immigration. When you look at immigration, it's the result of colonization. Because you think someone in South America wouldn't just want to chill with his 3 wives, land and fruit every goddamn where if he could?
Trees and
Trees and
paradise.
bright water.
Why would you leave paradise to come to
To
America?
come to America. Right. Certain parts of Africa, everybody's trying to flood into the UK because what? The brutal colonization their country suffered to where they can't even live off of the resources that they have in their land.
Yep.
So now you get the Esau's mad that the people he conquered want to come where he at because he got everything.
You took all that shit.
You took all this shit, so now you got the immigration problem. Well, what's at the forefront of that?
The
You don't
grapes
think
took
these
from
people
out-
would just
yeah,
want to
okay.
stay where the hell they were? You think people just wake up one day in peace and say, you know what, I want to? No, it's hell
It's
there.
like your neighbor borrowing
They're in
your
hell.
broom or something.
You destabilize
and then
their
they come over there
economy.
want to use it.
You
get
took over
mad.
their political systems
It's
and
mine
put
to
in
deal
puppet
with.
governments that are corrupt.
Pretty much.
They can't militarize themselves and build themselves up. They're all of their industries are jacked, and they don't have any money to like front run it unless they take out loans from China or your ass.
Right, other countries.
They're completely destabilized and can't build. You know?
Right. Yep.
So you have the situation in Venezuela where Hugo Chavez nationalizes the oil industry, which basically takes all the profits away from the private corporations that had came up in there and gives it to the country of Venezuela. Well, in response to that, you sanction the fuck out of them.
Sanction the fuck out.
You won't buy their oil, and then you block them from being able to trade in dollars, so nobody wants to do business with you because you're not trading in dollars anymore.
Didn't they set up a coup after that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you basically block them out of the market and then say, look, it's because y'all niggas is trash.
Yeah, you got a low IQ.
Evil.
Right?
You got a low IQ.
Yeah,
Like, because you did something you didn't want us to do.
Man.
We did something you didn't you didn't want, which basically is keep the money for ourselves.
Yep.
Boy.
Second Esdras 11 and 41. This is speaking of Rome, but we know Rome will be revived through America.
Right.
For the earth hast thou not judged with truth, for thou hast afflicted the meek, thou hast hurt the peaceable, thou hast loved liars and destroyed the dwellings of them that brought forth fruit, and hast cast down the walls of such as did thee no harm.
Boom. Right. Especially the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American. When you look at the history between our people and the so-called white man, the Edomite, it's been nothing but treachery, man.
Yes.
Right?
Then he points at Chicago.
Right.
Look at Chicago. Look at the niggas killing one another. You know.
That's on your watch, nigga.
Man.
Yeah. Bro, so there's a show on Amazon called 1883. I don't know, have you seen it? No, not yet. Oh, bro, you gotta see it.
Send it to the
It's
chat.
called 1883, and it shows you.
Write that down.
It's called 1883, and it's basically these cowboys are helping these immigrants that have come from Germany and different parts of Central Europe, trying to help them go from Texas, Fort Worth, Texas, to Oregon. And it shows you the wild, wild west. So they're having to navigate the terrain. But bro, when you see how diabolical Esau is throughout that whole show, I'm talking about within the first 10 minutes of the show, you see, oh, that's Chicago. That's all the hoods
That's the
you
hood.
see in America have emulated 1883 Wild Wild Western times, of people just dog eat dog trying to get what they can get. They'll take, kill, do whatever to you to get what they want for personal gain. How you see the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American behave
They're mimicking.
in a lot of parts of America, it's emulating the Wild Wild West. It's called
Yes.
1883, man.
Right. Because who taught niggas before they, you?
Right.
You pride yourself in owning them. Okay. So what did you teach with your possession? What did you teach them? How did you teach them? You taught them to hate one another.
Yes.
The
Esau,
light hate the dark. The dark. You know what I'm saying?
Esau Edom is the original white man. He's the real nigga.
Yeah.
That's why the scriptures say the righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the ways of the wicked seduceth them.
Right.
They began to emulate this damn devil.
Right. That's why they have to vote. Basically, put drugs in your neighborhood, seduce you to do evil.
Yeah.
You know, basically just like the Elder Required Quam did a video. I forget the word he used, but they basically put you at a disadvantage. Because the thing is, if you were really so great, why can't you just let Jake be?
Yeah.
Why are you on Twitter all day just posting about niggas if you're just this superior being?
Right.
Why are you all day just looking and pointing at niggas and
You're threatened.
looking at
Yeah.
you feel threatened.
Insecure.
You're insecure. You're really not all that, man. Again, you Edomites are overrated. The so-called white woman, man, woman, and child are highly overrated, man.
Yeah.
I'm not impressed.
Right.
Super high.
Looking at the politics and the leadership, how they rule, it is off, man. This is why you brothers should be crying to get rulership of this earth under Yahweh Shai, man. Because this is out of order. You don't do people like this, man. Come on, dog.
Bro, we're gonna fix this
Come
stuff.
on, man.
That's why it's gonna be an iron rod.
Yeah.
Cause we're gonna fix it.
Yes.
And it's gonna be vengeance in that way.
It'll take
Because they're gonna
force.
go from up. I don't think a lot of people don't really understand how rich
Yeah.
Esau is. Wealthy, how they have control over the world, bro.
Yeah.
In a way that you might go hang around a millionaire and be like, damn, nigga ballin', bro. There's levels to this shit. We read about King Solomon, you imagine it, but man, bro, we talk about this all the time. Elder Arianizer, just like how beautiful the king. We will reestablish this thing, and it's gonna be an iron fist. We're not gonna play with these people. We're not gonna coddle. Everybody's gonna be moved into the position that they need to be moved into expeditiously.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
in the words of T.I.
Let me finish this. Second Ezra 11 and 43. Therefore is thy wrongful dealing come up to the highest, and thy pride unto the mighty. The highest also have looked upon the proud times, and behold, they are ended, and his abominations are fulfilled.
So the Most High's got indignation with these places. He's tired.
I think that's the dude that I was watching.
You know, the Most High is ready to move. He's tired of these proud times. And I'm, like I said, man, Donald J. Trump, best president ever.
Man, he doing his thing.
You know,
Earning that Nobel Peace.
Yeah, he's constantly talking about suspending the election
Yep.
because government, as you know it, is done. What they get ready to bring America to and the world into doesn't require a Democrat or a Republican or
Right.
you vote.
Exactly. Yep, that's true.
It's just basically what it is.
Period.
executive
It-
order.
It's
right.
basically, and it's all going to be digital. It's all going to be based upon
Yep.
AI. It's all going to be based upon bringing about the MOTB. Esau don't have a lot of time, and he don't have it together.
Yeah.
He's really operating on the fly, but pride and money and the swore got him swagged up.
Right.
He swags.
It's a very stupid and volatile system and plan,
Uh-huh.
but he don't give a damn. The Lord has a spirit on this man.
Man, heavy spirit.
He's serious about this. As a matter of fact, that Habakkuk,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, too. Yep. This is Habakkuk
Damn.
chapter.
I needed you for this. I'm fucking with you. Habakkuk 2, start there at the top.
Yeah, you got to. Habakkuk 2:1, it says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower and will watch to see what he will say unto me.
See, this is what the prophets are doing. We every day we're watching.
Nice.
We sending articles, you know what I'm saying? And you know sometimes the article, you gotta filter stuff because sometimes a lot of it is propaganda, but still it's happening.
Still happening, right?
Because you gotta understand one thing that I noticed is the end time is the Most High is in control, but he's using a left hand power. So it's a lot of deception.
Yeah.
It's a lot of wickedness. It's a lot of the Black Swan events. A lot of it is really like what they did in Venezuela when they showed Maduro. Maduro's in on that shit. You don't just go up in a nation and take their president and nobody swing.
Like taking
They
candy.
didn't even swing at the niggas.
Yeah.
They have one of the largest militaries in the world.
Come on,
Somebody has to be in on it.
They say no casualties on the American side.
How the president
Well,
ain't got no protection.
they say that there was the other day. Trump said there was a couple military on our side that got seriously injured but not dead. But he said, "Well, look at the other side." Then there was a video that came out of people who have chats over there, and they were sending pictures of how the bodies got ripped up into pieces on the Venezuelan side, which a mix of Cubans, because Cubans were there too, that was guarding them, and a mix of Venezuelans there, right? And it was saying they was sending the pictures back and forth amongst the chat, and they was like, oh my God, their body was effed up. Now, him being down for it, at the end of the day, guess what? The Lord is still moving this thing forward. Because yes, there's going to be back deals, there's going to be trickery in the mix of these different kings, right? Of these different nations, right? But we all know it. On top of their trickery, the Lord is moving them forward.
Yeah.
Somebody's getting backstabbed.
Somebody's getting back.
You see, at the end of the day.
And that was Hugo Chavez as vice president.
Yeah.
So a lot of the issues that America had with Venezuela under Chavez, he was still kind of forwarding that.
Yeah.
But money talks.
Money-
We're
that's
living
right.
at the time where to get this NWO popping off, the small hat is pretty much buying up all of the interest. All right, they're buying out governments. Everybody's got to come into this MOTB system, and they say Venezuela didn't have a Rothschild central bank.
Yep.
I don't
Yeah.
know the fullness of that.
Kinda, they said
I
that.
kind of looked into it, and it was kind of vague, but I don't. Somebody can look it up, but they're ultimately getting ready to set up the MOTB system over there.
Yep.
Okay, and the elites, everybody's ultimately fighting for their position. That's Issachar. That's Issachar. Playing the nigga music. Issachar
All day,
off
all
the
day.
chain.
All day, they did this shit all day.
All day they just ride around.
Playing nigga music all day.
Venezuela does not have a Rothschild central bank.
There you go. Venezuela does not have a Rothschild central bank. Okay.
And a lot of the major wars that have been started over the past few decades,
Speaking.
a lot of the major wars and conflicts that have been started over the past few decades have been with nations that do not have central banks.
There you go.
So there's always this motive to have complete domination and control over these countries that have resources and things like that.
Right. Yeah.
Also wanted to add to the fact what Elder Arala said, that we could decipher the truth through all the deception because we filter things through prophecy.
Prophecy.
Correct. That's right.
There you go.
That's right.
And we know that ultimately Babylon the Great, okay, and the small hat are at the forefront of all of this friction going on in the earth. and people are waking up to it. Nations are waking up to it. Go ahead.
Habakkuk 2:1, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables.
Right, because again, Habakkuk was asking the Lord, why do you allow the heathen to rule? When are you going to end these heathens? You know what I'm saying? Why like, at what point is injustice going to be dealt with? Help.
Yep. Right.
So we know the end didn't come through the Neo-Babylonian Empire falling. So he showed Habakkuk a vision of the nation that was going to be ruling, liken them to the Chaldeans, because they're the modern day Chaldeans. But he gave, when you read Habakkuk, the second chapter, I may go into it again, it's one of my favorite chapters, it's basically describing the image of the beast.
Yeah.
It's describing what Esau will be doing
That's right.
in the earth that's going to lead to his judgment in the very next chapter, which is the chariots returning and all out chaos in the earth.
Right.
See that? The Lord sending his son back. Habakkuk is one of the coldest books in the scriptures, man.
That's right. It says, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie.
See, the end it will speak. So this vision he's getting ready to give you, although he's likened the end time ruler into the Chaldeans, because why are the Edomites likened into the Chaldeans, the elites? Because when you look at how the Chaldeans came into power, it's very similar to how these technocrat elites are moving in the earth today. To craft, gal, opportunists, destabilizing governments, okay, sending economic hitmen, scoffing at kings, stealing land, hoarding resources, okay, and also they commune with the left-hand spirits.
I was gonna say the use of magic.
The use of magic and sorcery was big with the Chaldeans. So when you look at the leaders of this world, because every kingdom is ruled by their priest, and people don't understand, bankers are priests.
Just roll the windows up. Fuck.
Hey, noise right there.
All of the even when you deal with Israel, our bankers were priests. The priesthood were bankers. They dealt with what came in, the tithing system. Okay, there was the priest
who
who
you're supposed to trust.
That's who you trust, right? They're supposed to deal righteously.
You don't trust random.
Right. The commoner amongst the people ain't supposed to be in a position. It was the Levites, the Lord. Those were our bankers. Not only were they our leaders, they were our bankers. Well, in today, in each system, really the bankers dictate the culture. Okay? So when you look at the Chaldeans of today, what do? They have control over the 9 areas of activity, as Neely Fuller likes to call it. Okay? Entertainment, economics, education, all of these various different things that nations need and thrive off of, they have hijacked them,
Agriculture.
right? And basically created a system of anti-Messiah, a system of Satan worship, but it's culture. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Which culture means way of life.
Way of life.
And the money, the flow, the currency, that's what the word current, the flow of money and resources dictates how a kingdom works and operates and moves. That's why we always talk about trade and economics, because that's the centerpiece of a kingdom.
Traffic.
You know? Yeah. And how they use their money and resources will tell you what type of person that they are.
Trading by sea, all that.
Right. Now it talks about in the book of Sirach, can't think of where it says Sirach, about how, basically at the center of business and money is evil. Because what happens?
Buying and selling.
Type
that in.
It can be evil.
Buying and selling.
Yeah, on the pocket.
Because what comes with that is what? Selfishness, greed, the flesh. That's why it was given into the hands of the priest. Because the priest is supposed to operate in the spirit and not the flesh. But what you have in this society is like I call it predatory capitalism, where it's just dog eat dog, thinking about what they want.
Damn. Man.
And every institution of those 9 areas of activity is dictated by pieces of crap people, man.
This is what Elder Yashawama called for. This is Sirach 27:2. It says, as a nail sticketh fast between the joining of stones, so does sin stick close between buying and selling.
Sin sticks close to buying and selling. Why? Because that's what they say. Money is a magnifier. It's gonna magnify the intents of the heart, whether they be good or whether they be evil. What you laughing at, brother?
Might as well come over here.
Back in, yeah.
Right? And so we see over there, Shalom, you know. So you'll see that, okay? And we have seen that with this society.
Yep. Where there's money and trade, a lot of evil can go on.
Yeah, a lot of evil, definitely go.
You know what I'm saying? So the Lord has put all of the resources and riches into the hand of a bunch of Satanists, man.
Right.
Earth is giving a hand to the wicked.
Earth has really been given into the hand of the wicked, man.
That's right.
And their priesthood is at the forefront of this. They commune with Satan. Like the rulers of this world really commune with Satan. The script, when it say he who's coming out of working of Satan, we ain't talking about Sue at work. They're low level, but the elites of this world, they really into some shit, man.
Right. Yeah.
When you look at Egyptology and how Shaka almost had that ponytail, the real practices of Egyptology was Aleister Crowley and the elites of this world. They really into that Egyptian magic.
They into it.
They into it deep.
Now, but you know what though? In the spirit, they also know, when you go back to the story, they know that their magic only goes so far. Because when you read about with Moses and Aaron, eventually they couldn't do nothing with the right-hand side. Because the Lord controlled them both anyway.
Right.
So he can let you go as long as you want to let you go, and then he can put a block where that magic, it ain't clicking.
Right.
And that's what's going to be happening.
Starting already.
It's starting already in this time.
Yep, real quick. Isaiah 47:1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Daughter of the Chaldeans.
Right. So it's
It's pretty much a continuation of what the ancient Chaldeans did, but on a whole nother level. And they were considered the wisest men of that age. And they dealt in the magic and mystic, you know, all kind of wickedness. You can look, we do videos on it all the time, so we ain't got to get too deep into it. But just know they wicked. A lot of stuff you just got to they wicked.
They're wicked.
Because it's too much to even get into what they really doing.
Yeah, but hey, I'm gonna say this though: the comfort of that is that if they're able to tap into something so wicked on the left hand side, what are we able to tap into on the right hand side?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You supposed to, you know, at some point it's supposed to click in your mind.
Right.
The fullness of it, you know.
Because Yahweh Shai was just saying, be healed. And they were healed. Esau got to get inside of you. And he got people playing ping pong with their brain, with
Doing all kinds
monkeys.
of shit.
It's
He don't
stupid.
plan on healing,
It's
you know.
really
Yeah.
like, it's like, wow, it's cool, some of it, but really it's not that impressive when you look at what he's really doing.
Yeah.
This is a bunch of mind manipulation. Wicked, man. The dude's still in a wheelchair. He ain't really healed.
Yeah.
But he,
Right.
You know what I'm
It's
saying? He
strange.
ain't healed.
it's very strange.
It's weird.
Yeah, for sure.
You got something?
This is the term, the Kabbalah. Because the small hats, they into all that, the magic and, you know, all that.
Right.
Says the
well,
Kabbalah.
well, according to Genesis and Zion Lex, the Talmud is can't, you know,
Yeah.
the spirit is working with it. Go
So
ahead.
this is the back of the small hats is they fall into that category that the elders going into.
Right.
It says the Kabbalah is the esoteric mystical tradition within Judaism, meaning to receive, focused on understanding God's hidden essence and the universe's secrets. So that a lot of that sex magic, a lot of the bullshit they do with currency, who's leading the charge in the earth with that?
Yep.
People with little hats on their head.
Right, and Jake was into that stuff too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Even when you get to the book of Enoch and all the Jake was the Hellenized Jake, they were into all kind of shit, man. And Esau just hijacked a lot of it. You see? Where we at in Habakkuk? Go back forward, yep.
Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 4. It says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith.
Right. So Habakkuk is letting us know that the end time ruler, before the end came, you will be under the earth will be under the rulership of a man who would not deal right. So you're gonna have to live by faith.
That's right.
Because as you keep reading this vision in the 3rd chapter, Habakkuk is speaking as if he's there.
Yep.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like when they invade us, what we gonna, you know what I'm saying? So basically, Habakkuk is like he here, he amongst us.
So when you receive this message, when you read up here in Habakkuk,
Yep.
it's going to tell you this message about this system. And even now, The just, you have to live by faith in this society.
Yeah.
What is faith? Faith is evidence of something that's not seen,
Right.
right? Because when you look at this world and you see how Trump is moving, it don't seem like we're gonna ever get back on top or win. We're not just underdogs. We're extreme underdogs in this society and world.
Right.
But the just shall live by faith, knowing that the Most High is not going to allow this madness just to carry on. Now it's going, and what it's going to do is it's going to describe this power system.
Yes. To a T.
And when you listen to it, it's like, damn,
That's it.
Heavy.
That's this.
they running this shit.
It's them for sure.
This is it.
Habakkuk 2:5, it says, yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man. Neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell.
And his wine represents a philosophy. His way is just off. It's the spirit of Satan. It deceives you, it undermines you, it leaves you drunk and confused. It's not talking about like he transgressed because of wine. But he's ruined the actual wine. But it's talking about his philosophy, man. The people here are drunk.
Yep.
If you don't have this truth, you're drunk.
Right.
He got the whole world thinking that they actually are coming to their nation for freedom.
Staggered, but not with strong
He's linked democracy, capitalism, and the way that he does things as freedom, advancement, civilization. So when they commit crimes on other nations, it's justified. Say, hey, we're freeing you.
Right.
We're making it better for you.
And he'll pay a group of people to sit and celebrate
Bro,
and
yeah.
film it, and then you look, people will see the people are happy about what America's doing.
Yeah.
And the black conservatives like, see, Trump is doing this, the people are happy.
Yeah.
But it's a whole, this nigga that paid off a group of people to just celebrate.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
But
how
right.
wicked this nigga is.
Yeah. So he transgressing by wine.
Crazy.
Right, so when we look at what's happened with Trump, as they just invaded Venezuela, took over, did a press conference about it with the other oil companies, straight. I
What?
loved it. I thought it was
Man.
fantastic.
Some thug shit.
Said Exxon, stand up. Hey, we got Exxon here. We got
Right.
Chevron.
Proud as hell with it,
We
too.
got Conoco here.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
got so many people lined up, man, that we couldn't even fit them in the room. Bro, I was dying. Like, this dude is crazy.
Man.
Something
You know,
I got real
go
quick.
ahead.
Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 7. Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken.
Yeah, so when the king sits at a table, after he makes an announcement or whatever, he passes the cup around and everybody drinks from the cup in agreement. They drink the wine from that golden cup to say, I agree. Right? You know, we call it having a toast, but then you have the king's toast, where the heads of the different diplomatic nations will actually drink from the king's cup and be in agreement with him. Go ahead.
That made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad. Right. He transgressed by wine. All this
people, yeah,
evil,
people
man.
have driven
So
crazy.
all this evil been flowed over the whole earth. Now they're like, hold up, this is some bullshit.
Right.
But at one point, tender, delicate, so beautiful. Everybody wanted a piece of her.
It's not even that there's just saying hold up. What happens when you drink? When you get drunk, you get thrown it off. Yeah. That's one of the words we say.
Yeah.
The nations are mad. They've been thrown off by capitulating to the system that they acquiesce to.
Right.
Okay.
There's a point where you're drunk too, where you're like, I'm fucked up. I
I'm
need to
fucked
stop.
up.
Yeah, I know.
So now the nations are mad. They've taken on a system and it's completely thrown them off,
Completely
and
messed up.
they through.
Yep. That's right. That's right.
Let me read this in the NLT real quick. I mean in the GNT, what you just read. Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon was like a golden cup in my hand, making the whole world drunk. The nations drank its wine and went out of their minds.
See?
Man.
Man.
Gone.
Hey.
Yeah,
You
gone.
know,
Yeah.
they on that level, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't as think as you drunk I am.
Right. Exactly. Pretty much.
Now look at Europe.
Yeah.
Europe is all fucked up, man. Since World War II, they've never been able to recover. But since they went into those deals with America and drink down there, and then you look at these other nations, they jacked up, man.
Yeah, I gotta tighten up on that history. I've been
Okay.
trying to look that up, like that history,
Mm-hmm.
and getting deeper into that.
Completely jacked up.
Yeah.
Okay? And this goes back even from the time of the Brits, when the Brits was ruling. Everybody throw it off. Let's go, champ.
Go ahead. Yeah. All right. Habakkuk 2 and 5. Yea, also because he transgresseth by one, he is a proud man. Neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell and as his death.
We need Greenland.
Right. We need everything.
He offered Greenland. I'm gonna give 1,000. He said I'm gonna give 100,000.
10,000. It went from 10 to 100. They just
But what
throwing
about
numbers
what
out
about
there.
home?
Yeah.
Nigga, we
Fuck
need
us.
100. We need $10.
Well, it's only 60,000 people that live in Greenland, so you can do that.
Right.
It's not a big. Yeah, it's not.
Okay. for the individual, that's
literally,
great.
it's only
For individual.
60,000
Oh, for
people.
real?
See, it's a, you know, they play them games like that.
Yeah.
So you listening like, oh, damn,
Yeah.
well, nigga, that's $6 million.
Yeah.
Because it's only
60,000. Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Niggas did them.
Yeah. I said, Esau,
Bro,
you know it's
He
6
got too
million.
much. He got too much going on.
Bro, for each
It's only
individual,
60,000 people in Greenland.
bro, but for each
So they like,
individual
look,
to
nigga, we
receive
can
that,
make 500 bill off these rare minerals.
Easy.
And we just slide them 100.
right, easy work for them. Right.
Right?
Easy work for their side.
It sounds good, but you know it's a game. It's a
Everything's a game.
It's a game.
Nothing's straight up with this guy, man.
You know,
It's a plot. It's a plan. It's a
But
master.
again, but
$60
the
million.
the scriptures say neither keep it at home. He's all over the earth. But look at the American people are suffering, man.
Yeah.
Nothing's got better for you all.
Nothing.
The only thing the Americans can do is kind of cheer on bombing their government bombing everybody.
Man, look, if it wasn't for sports, America would be completely cooked.
And that's getting whacked.
Yeah, college football been dope.
That's all Americans got is food and football.
Bread and circus.
Parlay.
I hadn't even been watching it for years, but this year, that shit.
Miami game last night.
Well, then y'all got
Bread
that,
and
goddamn.
circuses. Yeah, bread and
Yeah,
circus.
Y'all
yeah.
got
Bread,
that.
it's bread and circus. That's all
But
it is.
even like, oh, they saying the gas prices is going down. Well, when you take that up against the rate of inflation,
It
of
always
food and
happens.
everything like that, it don't even balance out. You still down, bro.
Thank you. You still right.
The cost of car insurance by itself has got everybody fucked.
Yep, man.
Bro,
That shit too high, bro.
bro.
2 cars, especially you got 2 cars.
Yeah, it's close to $500. Bro.
Ridiculous.
Every month you like, ugh. Man, he'll get that much.
Damn.
Let's go, champ.
All right.
Don't get into a wreck.
Oh boy.
Man.
It's like a Hamite
Man.
is looking to run into you.
Yep.
As soon as you leave
Where were you
the parking lot, there's like Hamites that have been paid off to go and get into a fender bender
It's
with
like
you.
mayhem, that commercial.
Right.
Hamites and
God
mayhem.
damn.
Mayhem.
In the movie,
right.
Ain't no insurance. I was saying, this nigga need insurance.
yeah, but he ain't even. That's a driverless car.
Right.
Finna
That's
get-
what I'm saying.
you know he finna run into some shit.
Ain't nobody in that boat.
That's you know it's finna run into some shit.
Yeah.
You know he in there.
Yeah, man.
Habakkuk 2 in the last part of 5, it says, and as his death and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
Uh-huh.
Bro, can't be satisfied with nothing. If you see the spirit that's on this dude, these Edomites, man, they're not gonna stop.
Right.
Because they see their kingdom is going down. They're trying to bring in, to go down to issue in a new world order. We're in the time of the beast eating, man. So they gotta move. That Hammer of the Earth is talking real hammerish
Right.
in this damn universe. Like you say, he say down for the count.
Real hammer time.
You said when you fight, you go down for the count. Oh, they're down. Cuba, they're down for the count. We don't have to invade them. They're going down. Like they talking that mad shit with no regrets, bro. They going in.
The pride of our heart.
They want to completely take over the Western Hemisphere to get ready for these MOTV systems. So now that they did the little the pre-run
Yeah.
with Venezuela, well now he already like now we got to get them cartels. We did the waters. We got the water secure. Now we want to get the land.
Yep.
So we got to get these cartels under control.
Yep.
Which that's a whole nother thing.
You gotta get ready for this Space Force, baby.
So yeah.
And control of all the people, like it talks about in Revelation, the souls of men, man. You know, it's beyond just resources with this damn devil. You know?
Yep, they bringing in the NWO. It's straight up happening, man. Right before our very eyes. He's trying to gather into himself all nations and heap into himself all people, which mimics a Tower of Babel environment.
Exactly. Yep.
Right.
It's basically the tower, Because why do you think it's called Babylon the Great?
Yeah.
The word Babel comes from the word confusion. Babylon is basically Babel, but now it's Babylon the Great.
Right.
So now you have a even greater attempt.
Larger expanse, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At what Nimrod tried to do.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
It's all based on prophecy.
Yeah, yeah. And this is where AI and the data centers and everything else comes into play. All right, that's going to give them, because how are you going to keep an eye on all of these people?
Right, a system like that.
The system, you know,
Yeah,
Starlink,
yeah,
Palantir.
yeah.
It's a very wicked thing that they're trying to do. Okay, and they want to ultimately get inside of human beings.
Yep.
They want to merge you with machine. That's why AI is this AI uptick is going to make it hard to be a normal human.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Hey, let me say
There
this.
you go.
That same spirit, bro, that same spirit y'all see on Trump right now, that he don't give a damn about no laws of this, no laws of that. That same spirit is gonna get turned on the people of Babylon. That's that same spirit that tell you to take this, or you gonna get your head cut off.
Right.
And they're gonna be laughing in the back room while your head get cut off. This is same people, man. That same spirit gonna get turned on the people. That's what's happening.
Right, right. And through all of this, the Lord gonna be with us, man.
Right.
Read a little bit more. We can
Yep.
y'all.
Habakkuk 2:6, it says, "Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him?"
It's like we never get past this scripture.
Yep.
Yeah.
We go
This
to
the
chapter.
meat right here. I know you like that part right here.
Because everybody mad at this nigga.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, they hung over. And they realized, well, what did I do? Oh, why did I do that? Why do we do that? Why do we go into business? Why do we,
Shit.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Bro, burnt. They got burnt down there.
Yeah.
That whore. Whore got him.
Got burned.
Man.
Stinging like a mother. Go ahead.
It says, "Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, Woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. Shall they not rise up suddenly, that
Yeah.
shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee?"
So
No
we
way.
talked about that economic system
It's
earlier.
not him. It's
You know,
who
that
else could it
big
be?
clay taking on the treasury bonds, the T-bonds. The brother
they
put the
ain't super
definition
dead,
of the
but they
T-bond into the chat. Okay, so now they're rising up suddenly. Now these nations are making moves to try to circumvent the system and get out of the deals that they drank down.
For
Yeah,
plan
that's right.
B.
That's right.
Okay.
That's exactly what's happening.
And now what's happening is Trump is like, no, nigga.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. That's exactly what's happening.
Say,
They put the toothpaste
What
back
you
in
say?
the
What-
tube.
right? You know? Give me that.
Man, Trump is he's a joy to watch.
Like I love that the one AI meme
He funny.
of
Yeah,
Trump,
true.
and they used the Tekashi 6ix9ine where he
Oh,
talked
yeah.
about how he
Yeah.
took that.
Yeah.
I took that shit, nigga.
Oh, yeah.
I took that shit.
That shit was funny. That shit was funny. AI shit.
I took that shit.
Oh
Shit was
man.
hilarious.
So yeah, you know.
He didn't get it.
So Trump is trying to re-secure the hegemony of the U.S. and he's got to move quickly, and these other nations are having to move around it. You got a channel.
Habakkuk 2:8, it says, "Because thou hast spoiled many nations,
Here you go.
all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee."
Yeah, it is.
Because of men's blood, because Trump was bragging, man, nobody on our side, we didn't have any
Talking
kind of
shit.
but it was a lot of death on their side, basically, you know, paraphrasing. It says, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. Woe to him that
So
coveteth.
the scriptures is calling him out for all of his violence, and he's trying to erase it.
Right.
He's trying to basically erase that or justify it. But the scripture said, because of all of the people you spoiled and all of the wickedness did, you getting ready to pay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Two things that this nigga could not do is chill and get rid of the scriptures. With all this money, with all this control,
Show
with
you
all
the
this
Lord in
power that's
control.
been given to you, you know what I'm saying? You wasn't able to get rid of them.
Right. Right.
You know?
Right.
It
Prophecy.
was like you said, I would have never let you niggas read.
He's
Damn
controlled. Man, that's
Yeah.
proof.
I would never freed this lady.
thing.
Man,
But he did.
dumb as hell.
Yeah.
Yep.
Terrible decision.
I'll I'll read this verse 9. Habakkuk 2 and 9, it says, woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil.
Yeah, he'll go to a country, hoard their resources, and then he's not suffering like the people that are there. The people that are there are suffering from the policies and from the war and from how he disrupted their system.
Yo,
But he's coveted all of their resources into himself, man.
Right.
over there and live better than you in your own homeland.
Like
You
you
say
say
it
all
all
the
the
time.
time.
It's like,
Yeah.
he just, like you say, he can't chill.
Yeah.
You say
Just
it all the
chilling.
time.
He
That's just
chilling.
like somebody
They over
coming
there
in your
starving.
house.
This
You know
motherfucker.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He done moved the couch. You get to eat whatever you want, and you still in the house.
He get the master bedroom.
You know what I'm saying? This nigga done put you in the basement.
Cooking octopus. Like, damn, this
Yeah, man.
put his picture up.
Yeah. Outside.
Yeah, and if you say anything, he gonna get the rest of the hood on you.
They tell you can use your man cave from these hours.
Yeah.
And that's freedom.
Right.
Yeah. Then they come 10 minutes knocking on the door before your time up. Nigga, you a bitch.
Bro,
dog.
showing you that was his role. This is his
He's a
role.
villain, man.
The Lord created a perfect devil,
Yeah.
a perfect villain, man. Once you really understand the scriptures and watch a prophecy, you like, damn, this dude is really that devil.
Yeah.
That's him.
Yeah.
But the Lord is controlling this dude the whole time. That's what's heavy about it, you know what I'm saying? It ain't just him alone. Like, you're looking at him, but like, he don't have no say-so really. Like it says in Romans chapter 9, it's like, look, man, why you made me, how do you find fault if you created me to be this perfect devil?
Apostle Tahar said it earlier today. He was like, shit, Esau more righteous than you niggas. Esau doing what he's supposed to do.
He doing exactly what he's
This
supposed to do.
He following the order.
Yeah.
He's doing his
Yeah,
job.
fact.
Satan is in order.
Man, he on point.
So with that, we'll give all praises to the Heavenly Father.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash.
Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders at Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect. Shalom.
Shalom.
Come on, man. Yeah, it did. That hawk came out.